already went through all of Thailand.
And that's good for him.
So by the way, what Sean was trying to do, he's got the snooker. So he was trying to do two things there. He was trying to get the snooker, which is nailed. That's the harder part of the shot. The easier part of the shot was making the yellow in the way of the red, so that Tim could. He's failed the easier part of the shot, but he got the harder part.
Which is what you want, right?
Which is the better part.
You had to choose which one.
Yes.
Take that one. And we're away.
And now Timmy's in. Also.
Joseph Evans, Michael Scerri.
He's only potted 2 yellows.
Joseph is broken.
Disappointed with that. That's a huge break. He's absolutely obliterated that.
I believe he's one of our true up-and-coming young players, young Joseph.
Well, we have, what, 4 of them?
Yeah, we all have our opinions.
No, we've got 4. Who's 5th? Maybe Kieran, if you see him in a couple of years.
Who's your 4?
Jack Green, Toby Clack, Joseph Evans, Sean Jensen.
No, I just feel some of them are at different levels at the moment.
Oh, absolutely.
I think right now he's the most motivated. I think Sean's a very special player.
I have Sean at 1.
So
probably Toby, after he finishes becoming a professional genius or whatever the hell he's doing, will be certainly up there.
Toby's the one that is the what do you call it, the difference, because he actually is motivated to do other things that are a bit different to his pool. He's born into a pool family, if you understand, and his whole life. I know even at 2017 he was our mascot at the Nationals, and he was so motivated back then that we always knew he'd be something. But he's chosen not to take this as his main avenue at the moment, and he's still capable enough, but to go overseas and play and do Chinese 8 ball. And
all right, so back to the games. Sean's at,
He's got it.
So he played. I think he played the snooker there.
Do you think he finishes now and finishes the match right here?
They're certainly on. I'd like to see him go for it, but it all depends on how accessible that black is. If that black swims into that
You're
right
saying
pocket,
it doesn't go past the red? Okay.
Well, if it's even if it's half a pocket, you might reconsider.
No, but the closer to not being, he's going to pull up.
Black, if that swims in, I think he will go for it, and I think he will get it because it's not actually that hard.
No, but I get the point that the way you're saying he plays, unless it's sure, he's not taking a chance, right? And he's not taking a chance.
No, well, I agree with this because this is the way he's been playing.
And that's how he plays, and that's how he's winning. That's how he's playing it well. I agree.
If he's left a pot on this red, then
9 out of 10 people, intermediate or elite, are taking that on and finishing.
It depends how you're feeling as well. I think he's played an awful shot.
I understand now watching him.
I think he's played the biggest stinker of the match because he's just left Timmy on this.
All right.
I think he's just on this. Oh no, I'm way off. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I don't think he's on. But I think he had the best chance of making out before and he didn't take it because
and now
he was nervous about the black.
His position better now.
Well, has that red moved when Timmy hit it or not?
So it's moved such that I think Sean can glance off one of these yellows and try and leave the white in the same position one earlier.
So is he going for the pot?
Nah, no chance. If you're going for the pot, that's not the ball you go for. So he's going for the snooker, and it looks like he's left it on, I think.
Yeah, I think.
So now it's just the question
even
of
if it's not on, Timmy can just bring it out and now cover that pocket.
Yes, you're right.
And really put Sean in the pump because he knows
Sean would have
Sean's
to play the ball in the left middle.
Yeah, he's not willing to go yet.
So this is where Sean is. He's gone the sort of tactical approach, but he's played. That was the risk. Hitting the black. Was he going to hit the black full enough that he could hold for the other ball, or was he going to hit on the right hand side and snooker himself? Unfortunately, he's done that.
That's what we call attitude when you take the shot on. You got to play with authority.
No, he accepted the natural line, and it would have been down to how thick or thin he hit the ball.
That nervously,
if he hit it a bit thicker, it would have been fine.
I think Robbo hits that with authority to land fat on that.
Yes, but he didn't play like that. Yeah.
And
he
Tim's
played
nervous.
The natural role.
He's 4 behind.
It's not nervous, it's just a much harder shot.
Oh.
Like maybe he plays the same shot if he's 14-10 up. You don't know. But
I've watched him a lot.
It depends. So Tim does like to put work on it, but over full distance, I reckon he might have.
I would have rather him just play it and leave it over the pocket if he was going to do this.
Oh, it was too thin. He hit it. He hit it basically pocket weight.
No. Why didn't he hit it in the middle of the red? See, he's missed the ball completely.
Disaster. And now Sean is
now
going to tap
play safe.
Well, no. You get.
I'm just saying. I didn't think he played safe before.
I think he starts with this. This is probably the ball to start with. It does depend how tight this is. I'd actually personally start down here.
Yeah, come across.
And then that's your last ball.
Me too.
But it does depend how tight this ball is. Yeah, you just be good, Dan.
Well, again, now he's got a screw,
You just be good. You just land on it. You don't have a natural angle. Chill, Dan. Chill, brah. Nah, Sean's probably right. No, he's played that like an idiot. Why's he done that?
Why did he do that? Why did he play it like that?
Again, he's shooting the ball. This is why he plays percentage.
Oh, mate, that's what I
Everyone
asked
at home
you.
can
That's
see
why
this.
I asked you, would he go for this? Because the danger is that he's nervous that bad.
No,
But
it's
he
not.
does
No,
that.
hold on. I don't think it's nerves at all. I don't think any of this is.
That shot just then.
No, I don't think any of that's nerves. I think that's just a
Lack of ability.
So the previous shot, he's misplayed.
He got lucky and didn't go enough, yeah?
No, well, he should have played backspin to steer
No, I get
into
it.
the line.
I know what he
So he's
should have done.
misplayed. He's made the wrong decision, misplayed, and then on that shot, he's
You don't
now
think
he's
that was
landed
now
out.
nerves because he's completely mucked it up.
Well, nerves will play a part for sure, but it's more the mapping error, I'd say.
The OG's just gone 1-0 up on the other table.
Nick Scerri, you mean?
Yes.
I've been told by all the other OGs that Nick Scerri can't possibly start well. So if he starts well, and I've also been told by these OG people that Tim Shelton can't possibly lose. So if Tim loses and Nick Scerri starts well, you people have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know why anyone would watch your podcast. It's a bunch of nonsense. I'm just staring.
No, I know you do that, mate. I know you do that. It's dangerous for Dan, but I know you do that.
All right. So is this a comeback for Tim Shelton?
Well,
If
obviously it
anyone
is.
could do it,
Come on,
the
mate,
maestro.
Logan.
They
Just
call him
then,
the maestro.
I gave him that name. I give most of them their names,
Oh,
mate.
you gave him the name.
Who do you think I gave the underdog to?
Mark
Scerri.
Roberts. So yeah, Sean
I
basically.
appreciate we don't know each other that well.
Sean had the match one.
Sean had them.
And
Then
he
I get every shot he
blew
played
it.
because the black was with the red, yeah? The moment
Everything
Tim got
he
rid
was
of that
fine.
red,
He had tap ins and he. fucked
that's
it. Like,
right.
You gotta.
That's when I pull him in and say, kid, you've got to care more, like in your confidence.
Well,
You
that
gotta
should have been his.
believe.
See, he started with that ball and it didn't link to anything.
know that.
Do you
We
know what
both
it
said
linked?
that.
Do you know what it linked to? The black.
Do you know why?
Which made it a great
you know
last
the
ball.
catch, Logan? When he hit that, again, he was going to believe in his ability, and look where his ability nearly
He
went in
could have
off.
played four. So he could have played a stun, 2
Yeah.
inches, a natural angle roll up, a natural angle,
And what
natural angle.
you said, I give you that.
And he
that
chose
you
to play
know
the
him and you
route
know
where
how
he
he
would have.
plays, because that's the point. That his cueing and
That-
execution is his letdown.
Yeah, but
He's got a
What
great
I,
B
just,
game.
what I described as the route was the best route for him. Because he can't
For
play
him,
these
you're
like
saying.
screws and stuff. And he didn't choose that route and it
Of course
cost
he
him.
did.
Look at these tap-ins, Dan says. Yeah, they're tap-ins. So he
has
gets
to
away
get-
with
He
it.
has to get this down
He
after
gets
missing
away
that
with it.
last shot. No, because that last shot he played in that last frame was just threw the ball at the cue.
Yeah,
the
but
cue at the
the
ball.
mistakes are before that.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like Josh when he made those mistakes and suddenly he just
Absolutely.
gave up. He's
So,
confident.
so if
side.
he gets a nice cannon on this yellow, land on this ball, he's got tip
oh,
and
he's got to be
Caparoo.
out. He's got to be
Absolutely, you can. You probably load this up with right hand side to change the angle. But he's not done that. He's just accepted it. See, this is the thing. An elite player is playing that with a bit of right hand side to thicken the
out.
angle
Snookering
and
yourself.
and stun into that ball confidently, so that he's guaranteed on this ball in the left middle, and then he can make the out like that. But Sean,
Can Sean
will just-
Walpole, as your friend and person you know, can
Yeah.
he win Geelong Intermediate?
yeah, absolutely he can.
Can
Playing
he finish?
exactly like this. They're playing exactly like this.
I know,
he
but
can
he's
win
making the
Geelong
finishes
Intermediate.
very nervous because now he's just chosen the end ball.
Doesn't matter because he's going to outplay people by just being better and more mindful. Sean's
I know.
one of the favourites for that comp. Anyone who doesn't think so is kidding themselves.
Well, after watching him today, like I said, I think his B game's fantastic.
Yeah,
But
but he
gets
only has a
nervous
big
on he gets nervous on the A game, which as I said to you in the end, mate, you can hide as much as you like. In the end, you have to pop that black. You can't rely on the opponent doing it. You get lucky if the opponent does it.
Stop. He's fine. He never misses these.
He's made this hard,
He
Dan.
never misses these.
He's-
I know, because he just rolls natural angles. He just rolls in. But he maps them well, knowing he plays that way. He plays his way very, very well. And I respect it. I wish I could do it, to be honest. It seems less stressful than having to put work on every shot
I know.
and get
I
on
know.
right lines and things. You just roll everything in, you're fine.
Stevie
Hey,
Trent, just in case you didn't know that Stevie Trent, he was the best B game player I've seen.
There you go. He taught Sean Walpole
but
everything
in his
he knows,
second
didn't
coming, since he started these major tournaments, he's now potting everything and not even worrying
he
about his
got
B
bored.
game.
He got
Yeah.
bored. He got bored.
That's the beauty about this man.
He got bored of one too many people flicking a ball out of
decided to
snookers
start
in
potting in
IR.
his old days.
He's like, I miss world rules. I'm just gonna get
I
him.
can pot
Just so you
if-
know, Steve could always pot, but he was a smart man. He never let go anything for free.
I can pop, but why would I when they're just gonna hang themselves
what,
every frame and give me 2 shots?
I don't know if you remember Josh Haynes.
Yes.
I had a
He's
right
back,
when
Stevie.
I first started. He goes, mistake, write the percentages.
And you do that. You do that well.
What do you reckon?
There was this comp we used to,
Hold on,
have in
let's
the
watch-
Oh,
let's
sorry,
watch-
Sean. About to win
Let's
the
watch the
win tournament.
Kiwi
Yep,
black.
he's
to
done.
win.
He's on the black.
Let's let him pot it first.
Well done. Well done.
Alright,
Well deserved.
I'll be back.
Well deserved. And yes, for a lot of people that chose Tim Shelton, unfortunately, it didn't work out that way today. You can make your own assumptions and theories on why. But for Sean Walpole, I give him a lot of credit today. He went out there and played his game for the 99% of it and achieved what he wanted to. So good on him. And hopefully he will now take on a higher challenge and try to grow his game. To Michael Scerri and Joseph Evans now, 1-0 to Michael. Again, we can focus on a different mindset and ability set as we watch this game. Michael has done probably many things in Australia that he needed to do. Joseph Evans is just about to embark on that career. And I think this is a very good game for Joseph, just for the learning curve that I think the kids are willing to take these players that have done it before. I think it's a great learning curve because whether you win or lose, hopefully the kid will study the video and see where he went well and see where he didn't go well, and no one's saying who's going to win yet. But the point of that win or lose, you've got to study and learn, continue to learn. Michael feeling quite confident at the moment, taking on his shots. Michael is someone again who has a very good B game and won't muck around just for the sake of it. But I know that Michael, when his abilities are on, his abilities to pot and play in position is very, very good. And comfortably, he's not happy with that. You can see it in his look. He might have been trying to get there back there for the skill shot and put the red onto the yellow. Michael taking his time. This is a definite shot. He's actually had a go at it. He semi-killed the black because he's put it near his ball. He hasn't given Joseph much of a shot. Being so early in the match, Joseph might try to just cut this sharp in. Very tight cut. Instead, the kid's playing a very good long shot and putting the game into what we call a lock-up. And now it'll be a bit intense for a while to work out who's going to try and get the advantage. Michael would obviously try and snooker him, although it's not there. Okay. The advantage right now is with Michael, as Joseph in theory would have to hit his yellow. I like the way he's thinking it. He's actually tried to come up behind it and put the red on the cushion. Because if he opens that yellow out at all, Michael has the other red to start with and probably make the out. So, again, for people watching, this is a very good shot to think of and watch. Look at what he's done. It's a magnificent shot. Not only has he opened his ball up, he's also snookered Michael. Total advantage to Joseph off that shot. And like I said, some people might have tried to glance off it. He played that exceptionally well. Well, Michael there was trying to get some distance on the white, knowing that he was going to leave Joseph an opportunity. And Joseph needs to pot and get on the black to the left corner, I'm assuming. He might come back and try and double it. Depends on what he prefers. He's come across perfectly for the black. The young fellow is here to learn and play and achieve, and that's what he's about to do now, hopefully. Get himself a frame on the board. It's well played. Took his opportunity, 1-1. Just while it's early in this match, folks, and the other match hasn't started, I'm just going to take a 5-minute break. Have a talk to the players from before, and we'll see you back here real soon.
Happy anytime. You're me next time. I want to play you.
I was going to play a non-ball tournament, but I can't be done. Yeah, fine. 2 minutes on my head. What about not really.
Yeah, jump on. We can do like split shifts or something. That's fine. You can do that. Yeah. Wally was gonna come over. What? Oh. G'day, Sean.
G'day, Logan.
Want to introduce yourself and maybe mention achievements that you've occurred in the last hour?
I see. I was the guy who was playing Centre Shelton half an hour ago. It was a good game. I won 15-11.
With the words changing of the guard come into your mind at all with regards to intermediates and, say, elite masters?
Yeah, I don't know. I think most people were picking 10. But I was quietly confident. So
And you play very well. I love you stuck to your
I
game
didn't.
plan.
I didn't play well. I played actually pretty bad.
I'd say, okay, I didn't want to be mean, but I was going to say you played your game plan exceptionally well and you
Yeah.
stuck to it always.
I didn't. I knew about 3 or 4 frames in that I had to resort to B game, and I just tried to fight for every frame and win.
Yeah,
But I knew
absolutely.
I wasn't playing. But
And you're one of the best people at just compartmentalizing, just recognizing the situation, not getting stubborn.
This is
saying,
true.
I'm not playing well.
Yeah.
I'm going to shift to my other game.
Yeah.
And you
Anyway,
did-
enough about me. Let's
Oh, sorry.
focus on the games here.
All right. We'll move on from the topic of Sean and move on to these. other people. Do you know any of these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got
So
Michael
the-
Scerri. He's won 2 times Australia champion back to back, 2014-15, I think.
Yeah. Get Nibs. Get Nibs on YouTube.
Get Nibs on YouTube. And Michael Scerri something.
Oh, okay, it's too.
Yeah, he's got 2 channels. And then Joseph Evans, who's from Bendigo.
Yeah. I don't really know Joseph that well. But
Oh, okay.
everybody says, from what I hear, he's like just keeps getting better. It's like a real up and coming player. So.
Yes, and he's very attacking. Very
Yeah.
attacking. He will seldom play a tactical shot unless it's like forced to out of necessity due to not being on anything.
Yeah.
It's
well,
very much like that. But
yeah.
he's very
He's like the
good at
opposite
it.
of me and way more exciting to watch.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But he's the sort of player that Scerri could play circles around, right? If Scerri was on. But I've spoken to Scerri earlier and he reckons he's in career worst form. And so he's going to have to grind.
Okay.
Which will be good to watch, I think.
Yeah.
Seeing a player who's free-flowing and super aggressive and can get him versus a grinder. Meanwhile, the other match, what do you reckon?
Oh, the rematch. Mason and Stevens. I think Trent will do a lot better this time than he did last time.
Yep. Have you
Yeah.
spoken to him?
I think Trent will switch it up.
He said he's going to have a strategy adjustment
Yeah.
to allow for the fact that he knows Jamie's just going to wait.
Yeah.
Maybe, basically, he should have played you 200 times in the lead up to the match to get an understanding of it.
Ooh. Okay, looks like the first one's gonna go to Jamie. Okay.
Oh, there's one. Right. So you reckon this is 1-0 to Jamie?
Oh,
yeah,
it would have to be, right?
I agree with you.
I don't think he'd be very
Switch
happy
it
if chopped this one up.
He loves middle pockets, by the way, as a random tidbit. Some people would play that to the top left.
Yeah.
Not Jamie Stevens. He's going to always play middle pocket if it's available. And he's unbelievable. Blind pocket cuts, you think it's impossible, and he's out of the pocket.
Oh, perfect.
One thing of Mick, he's got to navigate his way to this sort of right-hand side of the table for the black, or nudge it. And there's no
I
balls
think
over
he's-
there to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he gets to the right hand side.
But what ball is he going to use? Is it going to be the ball that's like to the right of the white? So he's going to map his way.
Does he go these two on the left and then go up for the one on top, and then
Yeah.
use the one in the middle of the table to stun
I think
over?
we're seeing the same map.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So this is his ball to get up the table now, you ready?
I think he maybe go up the table. Yeah, and try and get there for his last shot. Yeah.
And then out here.
Yeah, yeah.
And then over here. We see it the same?
You going up? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We've agreed we've got the same map, but neither of us know how to describe it to the audience out there.
He's gonna top true and come up the left hand side of the table.
He's going to hit true this ball. Be true to yourself, Mick. And he has. He's played it beautifully, hasn't he? Because now he can.
It's a bit.
Oh,
He's got a lot of
bad.
angle.
But he can always soft screw and come down this left-hand side of the table to land on the ball to the middle. But then it's harder to get from that ball to the black. He's going to go real thin black with the stopper
Can he-
yellow.
can he, like-
defending off.
Can he backspin it and just like hit the yellow to slow down the white?
Oh, and just hold
Yeah,
there. But then
kinda-
he's got oh, I see. So you want to clip the underside of the yellow so
Yeah,
the
and
white
just-
still comes
just
down,
kinda
but still beats the yellow. That sounds
Yeah.
like a bit going on. That sounds like not
All right,
the.
let's see. He's going.
If he plays that, that's very impressive. You understand? He's got to clip like 3/4 ball.
Yeah.
That's a top shot, isn't it? Wouldn't you think you'd be playing top?
It's hard to tell. From
Unless
it looks.
because if he's naturally going past the yellow, you just roll it in.
Yeah, it might be top because it looks like tangent line brings you.
Yeah, and that's what he's looking at. Can he
Half ball.
clip 3/4 ball? You've called the shot. Bang on the money. See, this is why he's in the. Oh, and he did have a. See, this is why Sean's in these matches making the big bucks. He sees the shot from 16 positions ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead now. I'm just gonna.
No, don't quit, man. Keep
No, I'm gonna
flying.
do what you do and just
Do
do,
you-
like a retrospective commentary where you just wait for the shot to be played and then.
Yeah, what I do.
Yeah.
And then analyze what occurred.
Yeah.
That's what you're meant to do. I don't do that enough. This is why I get called out for getting 5% of shots called correctly. That's a nice out by Mick. Oh, he's copying us. Oh, okay. Apparently they're just listening in.
I should probably, you try to keep her voice down.
Yeah. So Jamie keeping it tight as per his plan.
Yeah.
Do you see what he's done here? Trying to bait Trent into freeing up the black.
Okay. Yeah, Trent's in a real bit of bother there with that yellow.
The black still needs to be nudged or played to the top left.
If I'm Trent, I'm probably just taking that yellow now to the corner.
Yeah?
And
then just get him.
Yeah, I'm probably just doing that, to be honest.
You see how brilliant this shot is though? Trent, by doing that, he's making an out in which the black is only onto this left middle.
Yeah.
And there's no nice linking ball to get there. So Trent's just recognised that. And this is how Trent should play. Like,
Yeah, this is
how he should play against Jamie. He should not be pushing the boat out. I reckon last time he would have gone for that shot.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think we're seeing a change in strategy here.
And if he can beat the gatekeeper, mate, the floodgates are open. I mean, Tim Shelton goes down, Jamie Stephens goes down. Can you believe it? The intermediates are going on a friggin' conquering fest. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. I haven't seen Sean for a while, so I got to get all my goofy interactions with him out of the way. It's been a while.
Has been a while.
It was meant to be one taggy, and then it all got pear-shaped.
Yeah, I had to pull down.
Oh well.
It's not something I do very often.
Alright, Joey on the
setting you up
reds.
for great jokes there.
No, I had to stop. I'm getting in too much trouble.
It's no names.
Look, see, this is the shit he does. It's mental. Did you see that shot?
It's a great shot.
Unreal. He's a proud Publican. He doesn't have the shirt on, but it is what it is. Now he just needs to navigate his way. You probably want to be real close on this ball down here, or he's going to play now. What do you reckon? Yeah, he's playing it now because it's just too much work to screw back and get.
Well, if he doesn't play it now, he's
I
got
reckon
it.
he uses the.
It's hard to land on the
Nah,
line.
he's hard, no. I was about to ask the question. I reckon he uses the top rail to come into a better line, but he's obviously not done that. He's landed on a poor line.
Has he got the angle just to top it like 2 rails and back like twice across?
That's what he'll play. But
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you play the same shot to try and come down for the black to the middle.
Yeah.
Because it's the same distance travel for the white.
It looks like he's trying to do that.
No, he's played your shot.
Quite
And
often,
that's more percentage,
So it's,
I guess, per se.
It's so often under hit. But now you can, it's not dead set, but
He's in manufacture
this definitely goes.
or fabricate.
It's got to hit it hard. You need to hit it hard for more of a stun because you got more flood.
Good analysis. You're spot on.
I'm actually good at shots.
Yeah, no, you are.
Yeah.
You are. You're only bad at the queuing shots. As
Yeah,
I mentioned,
bad at every other
I
shot,
mentioned
but I'm
on
good at
stream
that.
a lot of times, and I feel like people thought I was paying you out, but I'm actually kind of complimenting the way he's
okay.
allowing for his.
It's alright. I'm a realist. I know what I'm bad at.
Mate, you got a table now. You got no excuse.
Yeah.
I hate these shots. These sort of miss out Scerri's got. So he's got to just play a couple of shots down rails, and then it's all linked something on.
Yeah.
This is the shot. This is the hard one.
Do you take
I
it
wonder if
now,
he's
or do you
even
try and
playing
get
it now.
try and get better on it?
You've got no safety, do you? Unless you're thinking he's not going to pot it from out here.
Like
somewhere,
he might back himself to get better on it.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
What do you do?
I'm probably trying to get better on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
'Cause then
probably
you-
doing
like
the
you-
same.
you-
I'm
the
too much of a
black's
coward.
gonna be there
pot
for
that.
you, yeah.
Unless I think they're not going to pot it from white over here.
Mm.
As in the right hand side of the table. But they just are. And they're going to block your ball.
Oh, that's a great shot.
We just played that like a genius.
Yeah.
If we could do that, would we have done that? I reckon, yes.
I couldn't have even dreamt that up.
It was actually natural now that you look at it. It's just, you got to see it and
Sure.
then execute it.
Yeah, I probably would have used the ball over the hole and then.
Yeah, and then get on that to
Like,
then come down,
yeah.
and then that's your last shot to get on the black and you're playing this black.
Yeah.
and you nail it if
Yeah.
you're good at those shots. It's good to watch Mick, isn't it? He just plays good. It's nice to see. Now we've
Ooh,
that's
clever.
creative. That's
Yeah.
creative. I really like that. So he says she's saying this is better than being on some like dodgy shot to a middle.
Yeah, he's just trying to get middle table, and then he's
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jamie Stevens would have played from the middle.
What's going on with Trent and Jamie here? So,
Well, first let's watch keenly on this.
ooh, that's on like Nick.
This is why you got to watch. So you learn on the commentary that people choke a lot.
Yeah, I was. I'd already just mentally that was in. You know?
Yeah,
I was.
But it's tough. It's real. You know,
Yeah.
things working against you. All right, now Trent Mason's
Does
got his
Trent
mop-ups
pop
here.
here, or
I think you get him.
I was worried about that yellow
one ball.
Yeah. I wonder, does he just play a snooker here?
You're right. There's no nice link. You know, it's easy
re-
just
it's
to play
re-
for a
it's-
snooker. He has
it's-
to move the
it's
red. You've
really
got balls
awkward.
waiting.
Yeah. This is interesting because
This
like
is a difference between your game and
yeah,
his game.
I would because the yellow is not accessible. I'm probably laying the grid.
Unless one of your early shots can be a there you go. But that's a bad way to lay out. And that's probably a consequence of him not knowing, he's not laying out that much that he doesn't know the tricks of the trade, like you say would.
Yeah.
Whereas you're probably playing that deliberately into one jaw so that it sits over the hole.
Yeah.
But
Because
he's
you
played
wanted this to be it. Like,
because the white's less relevant. Like the white being here, like a bit to the left and maybe more out in the open. That's not super relevant to the shot because you want him to hit the red in the way.
yeah, I
'Cause then you're
wanted
moving
to move it
out of the way.
Yeah.
And so Trent's sacrificed
Yeah. If he gets ball in hand,
yellow
he can-
position for white ball position.
even if he gets ball in hand, where is he going to pop the yellow? Like to the corner?
This one.
I suppose he can put it to the corner.
Yeah, you play it long and you top through.
Just stun it. You just stun
Or
it and then
top
take the
through.
middle and take that one. And finish with the bottom left. Okay, so
Now we get to see what happens and see
white,
what that ball
white,
costs.
white ball beside the red, take the yellow to the top right.
Yep.
And then take the middle, and then stun
Yep.
up, and then take the
Yep,
top one,
yeah.
and come back,
Look
and
at
then
that. It's like a painting.
yeah.
So Trent deliberately
We
played
need a
that ball
pen.
to the
I need
left-hand side.
I need a pen so I can draw it out.
All right. Dan's saying snooker again.
Oh, I don't
are
know.
you
No,
kidding me?
whoa! What's he doing?
This is actually insane. This is actually insane. This is insane. This is insane. He had everything he needed. This is Sean, by the way, what you said was 100% correct.
Yeah.
That's the way you do it.
I said the
And
one
you get them
that's
100 out of
awkward. He
100.
could have taken to the top right with ball in hand.
You have one. What is he's waiting? But he potted the ball to do it.
Oh, like, I don't know.
It makes the yellow onto the
I did-
right middle. This is cleverer than we gave credit. This is something we didn't see. So he's cleared the yellow out to make it so that if he gets ball in hand again, he's just potting this yellow to the right middle.
I'm still letting him back to the table.
Yeah, when you didn't need to.
Yeah.
That was where
You know what I mean?
you could have just got him.
Yeah.
And he's got,
And now he's going to land awkward.
well, now he plays another snooker.
Yeah.
But I think it was time to go. I think it was time to go.
Yeah.
And
Personally.
you agree as well. But this is better indication than anything that Trent has well and truly shifted styles. He is now thinking percentage,
Yeah.
how to
I'm
play
going to
Jamie's
wait until
game.
I'm sure I'm going to get them.
Absolutely, and he's like, I can play your game, Jamie. Let me demonstrate.
Alright.
And
This bodes well for Trent.
I agree, even though I think it was the wrong shot. I still think you just get him. Rolling, you're going to be dead straight behind it, rolling. But anyway, I suppose you got to stun it as well. No, his shot was more positive. So is Jamie going zigzag? Oh, he swerved it. Tell you what, no, there you go. This is the downside of when you go. But no, it's
Look,
not. There's no downside.
look,
You understand?
I
Like,
thi-
if that
I
went over
think-
the hole, right?
Yeah.
You're in trouble. But Trent's going to have
This
natural
out
angles.
is now harder than the one he had previously.
I agree.
So
I agree.
like, it's
There
like
you go.
sure he wanted to pot a ball and play
Yeah.
nice snooker and try and make it easier. But,
Yeah. So if
know,
you,
I think it was very makeable.
yeah, exactly. So I think if you're out there and you're thinking we were well and truly wrong on the last call, I
Yeah.
think maybe you should check yourself. All right, like what have you done in the last week? What do you reckon? Is he on this thing cut?
I can't tell. Nah, he's looking at some sort of
Alright,
angle here for the.
So when you don't know what's going on, what you do is you switch to the other match. So now it's, oh, Joseph, what's he doing?
Okay.
He's on the yellow.
Yeah, I'm finding it hard to multitask here. I'll do 2 matches.
Oh no, Joseph's on the reds. Oh, why is he done that? Is that good? Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I like that shot.
Yeah.
So now all these reds are on. Scerri's on the
Is
pump.
Nick just going to do some sort
and
of
he's gotta
crazy
figure
double
out-
here?
Well, he has to, doesn't he? Look at the
The
reds.
blacks is going to
The
go
reds
anywhere.
are...
I'll just go somewhere. Just bottom left.
So, that was the shot we're going to mention, but is he on anything after it?
Oh.
What do you reckon? Ah, thanks, Gus. You're good at this, Gus. You should run events more often.
So Trent is under pressure now.
That's a song, isn't it? Do you want to sing it?
Trent's-
So yeah, so Trent didn't do enough with his last shot to make sure his balls were definitely going to be on if Jamie plays another promotion.
What do you do if you're Trent? It's like.
There may have been some way to play top ball, like 3/4 ball, ensure they're snookered so that they have to go rail first, pop the red, and
Is he
then
thinking a skill shot here? Well, that's
Won't
tough.
leave us
That
safe.
is that's tough.
covering the pocket may be good enough. But the problem is, if you cover the pocket, the black gets played onto your ball,
Yeah.
and then you've got that dead ball.
I mean,
With the black over the hole.
You can try skill shot and just try and get the white like top rail, middle, and just hope that he doesn't put the black with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and pray that you get the skill shot.
Yeah, you try for the skill shot, but you focus on a good white. This sounds like a bit of insurance.
Because you'd imagine if there was any safety on this ball that he's looking at now, he would have played the first shot.
Oh,
Because he could see.
it's hard to tell the end. That doesn't look like it's.
I question whether the double kiss was
Oh, it might
intentional
be.
there.
Camera angle's really deceiving here.
Yeah.
It looks like he can just hit like half ball.
Let's say he can only clip it into the rail and not pot it.
Yeah.
That's something.
I think you just like, you just tap it down
You
there and
just
you just
do
leave
that.
the white there. And then you
And
make
hope
Trent
you don't
play,
leave him like this yellow to the top right or something.
Yeah,
and
there's,
then
there's nothing else you can really do.
or you come off the bottom rail into it, and then maybe you get a snooker.
Yeah. Then it's like a risk of an off as well.
Let's see what he comes up with. He's the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
He'll keep this gate. Don't worry.
He's got a little patch on his head.
There's
What's that
gates
again?
to be kept. Oh, the last time invaders showed up at the gate, they got past the moat, and you had to fight them off, and they got a blow to his helmet. As long as we're using these medieval siege references, let's keep going with it. Well, Scerri's just done scary things there. Yeah. I wish we watched a bit of that.
Oh, hard look. It's good efforts.
I wanted to see his next shot, to be honest. That's what I was looking for. But we didn't get to see that. So, how do you play this to get on the black? This ball over the hole.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's come off taking the black to the right middle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, are you using any...
that's why I play it. He looks like he's on rail first.
Yeah,
so.
that's why I was asking the question.
I don't like. I'm not a fan
Because
of
this
that.
was the other option.
I just think that's like way more white ball movement than when you're coming across the line to the middle.
I would say,
Whereas
though...
if I just play that just 3/4 ball and I just accept
Yep.
whatever shot I get in the middle because
I agree with that, and I think this is a very Jamie Stevens shot, because as I was saying, he likes these sort of weird nicks to middles. If he went way further and was super thin on this, he's still pot... Wow. That's why he would have done this. He's thinking he's still going to pot it 90% of the time. It just so happens he's made me look the fool here. But that's, I think, why he might have chose that. But I like your shot.
Maybe
That's-
the red could have been like to the right of the pocket and he couldn't pinch much, so it's hard to tell from here.
Oh, that's the worst thing Trent could have done.
Yeah,
Worst thing he could have done.
it's not ideal, is it?
Your essentially only role is to make sure those two yellows are potable, so that if Jamie doesn't get the double or whatever you leave him, he loses. You know, Jamie's a fresh shot.
Free shot to double. No. Joseph. Yellow's looking pretty open. Don't see any problems. Assuming
Depends how
the
accessible one on left is,
bottom,
yeah?
the bottom left pots.
And what he links to from it.
Oh, tight though. Maybe it doesn't pot.
I feel like if he's good on it, but you got to be on a ball after it, and it looks like it's too close to the red set.
The way he's played that
we'll
makes
find
me
out
think.
now,
Yeah,
won't we?
yeah, he's
But
played.
what can he do? Is he got enough access to just play? Oh, maybe the ball to the bottom right is his next ball, so he just needs to beat the reds, get out to this sort of little gap.
Yeah, he wants to finish high on that red. Oh, that's a great shot.
Yeah, see, he's played it beautiful.
That's really good.
And now he's actually landed so good he's got options. By the way, exactly what Trent needs to do.
Yeah, good shot for Trent.
So Joseph, he looks at a little just shaky angle. He's like, it's that position where, he was just dead straight stun. I thought it was that position where you're just debating whether your top's through off the rail or you decide to come back.
Yeah, he's probably just
But no,
marked
he's
just on the wrong side, like he couldn't pinch any pocket.
and so he's probably pinch pocket on that stunt.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Jamie's just
shit.
demonstrated that, okay, we can do these tippy-tappy shit, but when you leave me something that I got a pot to win, I'm going to get it. Apart from that ball to the middle, we'll forget that one. Because that's the ball he left himself. He's like, if you leave me, I'm going to get it. If I leave myself there, I'm going to miss it.
How do you feel if you're Trent now, after leaving Jamie that and he just nails it?
You feel like a donkey for fucking up the frame 12 times prior to that, don't you? You think, hey, I should have gone for that out when I had 4 balls and Sean and Logan were telling me to go for that out, and then maybe someone in the chat was saying that he played the right shot. What do you think?
Yeah, he did.
Ah,
Big break. Yellow or red's down. Probably, it has to be. It's got yellow.
Who's at the table on one? Scerri, yeah?
This is Joseph.
He's
This
on
is
the
off the
yellows.
break.
Yeah. Well, we saw a quickie together last.
Yeah, he's not hanging around, is he?
rack. Yeah, it's.
He looks really comfortable as well.
He's got this. His actions feel so, like, so little can go wrong that he just takes on shots that you think
That was
are
a
really
really,
hard.
yeah, that was a really nice shot.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
That was really nice.
And now he's certainly capable of, let's say this middle's a little bit off, and pumping it in and coming out. Like,
Yeah.
he's got this
That was a
nice pace where he misses nothing.
that was a, like left hand side. I was like, yeah.
Mostly top. But yeah, just a hint of
No,
size
the,
to come into
the last
line.
one was a bottom side. Very nice. Around the back of this one.
There you go. That's
But it's like, it's, what do you call that? It's like he's not playing running side, he's playing check side.
yeah.
And yeah, so it meant
Top
he
and
get a
check
lot
side.
on it and it makes some pots on the cutter. Shot.
That's a lovely shot. That's a lovely shot. You got to be out of
Where's
position.
the black gonna
there,
go
but-
now?
Well, can he hold for the I assume the black will go.
He's just checking if it goes to the corner.
Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me if Joseph didn't know at any point in this out where the black was going, because I've discovered in having hits with him and we've talked through our shots that. Oh, Dan, what are you doing to us? Yeah, so it does go. That-
Good
that-
angle. That's a
that
good angle, Dan.
Joseph tends to not
See
think
if we
more
can-
than a couple of shots ahead. Full
Yeah.
stop. So if the black's not on, he's working it out like with 2 shots left,
Yeah.
and he's just so damn good that he can just get it out anyway. It's kind of mental.
Yeah.
It's good to see though.
He took them off.
He did. He had the mishap where he accidentally clipped the yellow trying to land above it. He clipped the yellow and then he had to play a super thin yellow. If he just missed, after playing the ball to the side, if he missed the yellow and came out to the middle of the table, he would have had 2 drop-ins. He's just like, but he's recovered nicely. Now we've got Trent
Alright,
running
Trent.
Mason. He's on the attack.
He's just got to make this one ball.
He feels this is the time.
Make this ball down the rail.
want to see Trent get off to like a bit of a start, you know?
Well, like we want to see a match here.
Absolutely. Trent can certainly play. He's one of those guys. Once he wins a frame, the chance of winning the next frame is like
He's like momentum player.
significantly higher. Yeah. He does that well. He can fly. Have you seen him fly? Like in a match where he's just absolutely plotting everything?
Yeah. When he's on, very natural.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
Basically, when he plays as good as he says he can play,
Yeah.
you know you're in trouble.
This is good. Took these well. Just gotta see if you can get just beneath that yellow.
You have to play any side on this. If you have to play side, it becomes fairly hard.
I don't think he needs to.
But you do, so you get fat on the way, yeah? You load it up, top left, you know, boom. It's just a bit of a flick. Trent cues the ball real nice. Cues the ball real nice, he does. He's quite inconsistent with his cue action, but when he hits a sweet spot, he's absolutely plumb. It's unreal. He can get so many revolutions on the line. Boom. We love you, Trent.
Yes, Trent.
Sign my case. Alright, Mick Scerri. The tippy tappy. What will Joseph do? Will he try and get these?
He's.
Oh, look, he's. Everyone. Unbelievable.
A safety.
What have we just witnessed? Is that Joseph Evans? Can we get him like DNA tested or something? Because the reason I drew attention to it is that's the obvious safety you play, you know. But I wasn't convinced. I thought he might have a dip. And I think it was a.
Oh, shot.
Scerri's cued that like a genius, isn't he? Beautiful stuff. Yeah, he should have had a dip. What are you doing playing safety there, Joseph? You were born yesterday. But so Scerri's got a fair bit to achieve because
he just wants to get like up to the top now, right?
Yeah, right down
right
to the top
in
so
the
you can play
kitchen,
some of these balls to the
it's
middle.
called,
The kitchen.
Where that Alcock's table symbol
Alcock's.
is. You know?
Yeah, the label.
Yeah, up there somewhere.
I agree with you.
That general direction.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
This is okay because he can get there from this, can't he?
Yeah. So ideally he lands on the one on the right to the middle. Is that the plan?
Can he just force stun down? Oh, he's looking if that's on. Oh, I see. He might have the
Like
angle.
do you just go off the rail and
sharply.
try and land to the middle? Or?
Depends what angle he's got.
Yeah.
It really depends how straight he is. Because he might have possibilities to screw out down onto the sort of centre of the balk line. If he gets on that... Oh, if he's not on that though, he's sort of in dicey territory. But again, it all depends on what angles he's got. Oh, if he's got to play this shot to the middle and screw back... Ugh. That's not a shot you want to be playing. That's a hard shot.
Yeah.
That is a shot from Mick Scerri, 2-time Australian champion.
Yeah, it's not a shot for us.
No, it's not a shot. We just give up.
Yeah.
We're like, all right, we're playing safe here. You know, where will Joseph not get the ball? But he's just nailed it. Like it was nothing.
Ooh.
You don't want things to be too easy. You want to have to dial in. You know.
I think he's just on it good enough that
I think
there's no real danger here. Yeah.
Play that nice. It made us like a quick suck. All these backers at home going, you know, just a little bit. Right. Now this match. It's easy when they just quickly finish before the next one gets to it.
I'm pretty open. The yellow at the top is a bit of a problem.
They both have the same problem with this little 2-ball cluster. And then, yeah, you're right. That yellow's the only problem yellow. And then the reds have just the red on the rail, which is a bit trickier there.
Oh, he's a red.
Yeah, Jamie's the red. Yeah. Yeah, it's 6-0. So what do you think Jamie's going to do? So he's acknowledging, hey, the yellow's dead.
I'm actually surprised Jamie was potted that red. I thought he would have.
Well, what if this plant is natural to clip the yellow? So the plant sends the yellow up the table, it clips the yellow onto the red and sets the red up. You're playing this every day of the week, and then he's got his dead red. He's got his dead yellow at the top right, and all your balls are on.
Yeah. Well,
if that's on.
Yeah.
If that's on.
Just trying to like kill the yellow where the red is.
That's a safer shot.
Yeah.
Not the lunatic shot. The lunatic shot is sending everything out. That's the attacking safety.
Assuming that yellow at the top doesn't actually pot to either corner, then
obviously.
Maybe
Obviously,
it's,
if that's on to the top right, ignore everything I just said. The shot would be ludicrous.
Yeah.
It'd be, I don't know why he potted the red if he was doing that. But, you know, it's a whole different fish of kettle.
kinda.
That's it. But he didn't play it full ball, so he could have played it full ball. I reckon it was going similar in the direction I outlined initially. This is actually a great outcome for Trent. You'd say Trent's benefited a lot from that shot.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if Trent wants to go.
This song sounds familiar. This song sounds like we need to hear Rob Bowen and Tony Massey singing it. Wouldn't you say?
Went to UFC, you know, like MMA. Went to the UFC in Dublin,
Yeah.
and this was one of the girls that was fighting. This was a walkout song,
Ah, sick.
and it was like 50, 60,000 people just screaming this song. And,
Oh, that's
and the opponent was like already in the octagon, and it's like, in your head.
Why the hell are we watching pool? That's what you got me wondering. No, it's sick. I don't need to do that. It's a good song. Anyway, so Trent navigating these yellows. I think the yellow goes to the top left. The yellow that would be relevant for me to say that to, which means his only issue is that yellow, which he's trying to extract right now, which is done. So his problems are solved. He now just needs to reclaim white ball position. He actually has a natural angled pot to this bottom left that'll leave him on the middle, and then he's got a clean mop up from there, right? 'Cause that's a big shot to have to play. But so is this.
It's a good shot.
I really like that shot. He's played that very nice. He must prefer those over these sort of long.
He's gonna have to leave himself a long one there, though.
But it's a long putt to an open pocket.
Yeah,
But he's probably going to have to drill it in to get on the other one, isn't he? Oh, he's played that nice.
yeah, cued that well.
Tell you what, Trent's looking good.
This is what we want to see. We want to see.
I want to see Trent fly. I've seen it before and it's very impressive. It's good to watch. It's a fun player to watch. He's also fun to play because normally he just plays with reckless abandon, goes to everything, and then you just have tap-ins every frame. Yeah? Don't act like I'm wrong.
Trying to be diplomatic here.
Like, why is he screwed back there? You just roll through. Like, there's no need to. It's just how he plays. He wants to cue every shot.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Look at him. Flying. Wants to fly. Jeez, at this rate, we're gonna be through half the card so far before the other one. Because we put them on. We should have put
Well,
them
me and
on
Tim took like
first.
5 hours.
Yeah, but we should have put them on first when Gorski and Robbo finished.
Yeah.
And had this on after you and Timmy. But yeah, yours and Timmy was always going to be a bit of a grind.
Yeah.
Because you were playing in attack. You actually played quite quick. It was good to see.
Yeah, I like.
Which you said
Like-
you were going to do, and you've done it. You've done it well. Timmy's always deliberate. So what do you think of these yellows for Scerri?
Well, I couldn't make them. So.
Ah, you definitely
Well,
good.
yes.
You're definitely good. You're definitely good. So you're actually clipping off the red here. So you got to judge the pace such that you get far enough wide on this left-hand side of the table for this ball in the middle. See what he did? So he did that nice, but he's missed the pot.
Yeah.
So you can't just roll that in and then the white just camps itself on the top quadrant of the table and you're on nothing. It's actually hit through it.
You think yellows are way ahead this round? Well, yeah, because
on
all
the
the
left?
Yeah, all the balls.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But Joseph, he's found a way. So you play a nice turn over here and there's probably spots you can get the wide. It's pretty tricky, yeah. But actually, Joseph's going to go for the skill shot. He's gonna double this ball at the bottom left into the right middle, and he's going to get there. I believed for a second.
Yeah, if you're Scerri, do you play the bottom left and try and move that red? Like, be aggressive?
Yeah, it's good because there's two elements of safety in the shot. You're hitting the red into a spot where it's very unlikely to be on.
Yeah.
You're very
You
much
could just like knock it
demoting
in between, yeah, to the rail or something.
and you're promoting a yellow that's kind of garbage. But he's not done that. So, okay, he's going to give the red a flick off this ball along the rail. That seems a hard shot, though. He's not going to do it. What do you reckon? I'm a bit confused now. That shot you just mentioned seemed very
Oh,
the shot. But again, we're not
whatever
at
he
this
does
level.
is probably correct.
Yeah, again, we're not at this level, so it's hard to know. It's like, if this is a, like, 99% tap in, then of course this is right, you know what I mean? Because we don't know his percentage, but you see he's missed it, so that makes me think we were more correct.
But the red doesn't go anywhere now, so.
But if Joseph
Do you
can,
think he thought of that?
if
Do you think he
Joseph-
thought, like, if I miss this, then...
If Joseph can work his way to a turnover, suddenly Scerri's technically losing this game. But yes, of course he thought of that. Of course he thought of that. You're not going to not think of that. But, what the? What just happened? Oh, he threw the white everywhere. But yeah, you see what I mean? Like, turn over there and you're blocking the pocket, you're getting your balls on all over. Hey, look who's just walked in the building.
Hey, buddy. How you feeling? Thanks, huh? Yeah, how you going? Yes, sir.
Dick, still fun. You didn't even look me in the eye and shook my hand.
You feeling good?
I don't give it enough.
How do you turn it on you?
Alright, we just had a bit of a commentary fallout, you know. Wally and I, we're not friends anymore. He's disgusted by my analysis of his game and he's ran off. Anyway, it's just me for a second here. And on the right hand side we've got Trent Mason on the yellow balls. Looks like he's... Okay, no, he did commit to the plant there. I was curious if he was going to play a bit more of a touch-up. Hello, Marty. You're welcome to join me. Excellent. Just... it's nice to have a co-commentator. Alright, so joined by Marty Andrews in a second here. So while Trent's navigating those yellows, let's have a look at Michael Scerri's on the red balls. Scerri's just won the last 3 frames in a row. Just playing very sharp. Hello, Marty.
Hello, mate. How you going?
Good. What's your opinion on these matches so far? You've been sitting there watching them.
I have, yeah. It's quite a contrast to see Mick and Joey flowing quite freely, running some racks, moving very quickly, and Trent-Jamie match has been slow and tactical.
Yes.
They haven't found their groove yet, I don't think. They're still looking to sell
And
into that match.
I know Trent is wary of what happened last time, where he just got comprehensively outplayed from a tactical perspective.
Yep.
And he's aware of that, and he's adjusted his strategy accordingly. And you're seeing him introduce a lot more pulling up, wait a bit. Arguably too much, it might have cost him one of those frames. But
Yeah, I agree. Certainly the first or second frame, I think he had a couple of reasonable shots at outs that he should have made.
yeah,
But nevertheless, here he is at 3-all.
and he's looking good. He's looking the goods.
Yeah,
Jamie just looks as Jamie looks. Jamie actually never looks good. No offense to Jamie, he'll probably actually agree with me, because he doesn't cue the ball real smooth and nice. He just plays the right shot, maps on the right lines, doesn't have to push the boat out. But Trent looks sharp. Like, he's stunning balls he doesn't need to. You know what I mean? Like these sorts of things.
Yeah, I think that'll come down to, like, Jamie will. There's plenty of life left in that match, right?
We have to do this. Yes, absolutely.
So Jamie will settle into the match, and he will, back himself tactically against Trent for sure. So it really, I think Trent's got to make some hay while the sun shines. I guess if Jamie's not on his game yet, he's got to try and get a bit of an early lead.
Well, this is a nice gift for Trent, getting the ball in hand off the break.
A relatively clear table too.
Absolutely, the reds look very nice. If this red nearest the yellow, sort of on the balk line, if that goes to the top left, I think these actually really simple, because that's sort of the.
Yeah, that one and the
You
red
play
on
that after this ball to the middle.
and the red on the far right is the other one that.
Yeah, the one
be neat on.
I was assuming that would be your opener, and then if that's on, you
I see what
link
you're saying,
with that, and then it's all solved.
Yep.
If that's not on, then he has to reconsider how to go about it.
He's got a couple of options to get on that red on the far right there anyway.
Yeah, true. And again, he may not even have played the way I described had it been.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to find out if that ball's on, because that should be what he's playing next.
Yeah, because otherwise he's sort of flying the white.
Yeah, what was the point if you didn't do that?
Well, Mick is on and out on the reds here.
It's kept the pace up very high. He's
Which is
got
interesting.
his shot time is very low.
Especially the player he's playing. So playing a player as quick and freewheeling as Joseph,
Yes.
your natural instinct would be, I want to slow them up. And Mick's sort of gone the opposite direction.
Maybe I think like Mick's the favourite, right? So he thinks Joseph has got to come to him, not the other way around.
Yeah.
So he's. I almost thought it might be a strategy because it's a long match. The longer you take, the more you can get tired, and
For sure.
That's one of the few places that Joseph probably has an edge on Mick because he's a bit younger.
That's a great
he's
shout.
gonna last a bit,
That's a great shout.
last a bit longer. So if he can get a wriggle on, he's not going to be tired at the end of the match.
Yeah. Well, this looks like that little bitey shot where you could technically screw into the car park and be on it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Mick plays those shots so well though.
you'd expect him to.
Yeah,
But you'd
of course,
expect if you asked Sean Walpole or Tim Shelton before to play that shot, you're expecting you might see an accidental stun and leave the light there. Or
deceleration or something.
yeah.
Now, they are scheduled for a break now, Mick and Joey, but we will.
Oh, they're only going to 15.
Yeah, so there's supposed to be a break every 8 frames. So they're at 16 frames total. They're scheduled for a break. But they skipped the first one, decided to keep on going, and looks like they're going to roll straight into the second shot.
Yeah. Trent just does not want to have hampered killing, and he does. And now this shot is awful. You understand how hard this is?
Yeah, he's pretty tall, but it's going to be difficult to get over.
The natural throw of the white helps him. With just straight top, he should be able to get out.
I think he's going to try and screw off it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or stun. Just
That's the shot I can't even
conceive
of.
Yeah, look how he's checking out. Yeah.
Look at the height. Do you play this, Marty? Can you reach this?
Yeah, I mean, we can see it behind us.
Can you reach that? Or do you have to play top, like I was describing?
I don't know if I could reach that. Like, Trent's a really tall man. But yeah, certainly that is what he played, and he's just missed the pot.
Oh, you got the one. Anyway, interesting. The shots that are available to different people. I guarantee Gus is not playing that shot.
For sure, he's probably got a spider.
He so rarely uses that, which is a testament to how incredibly good his white ball is. But also, if you watch him play, how good he is at just manoeuvring the cue around his body to play shots that you just can't reach. All right, what do you reckon? How are you locking this down? As in Jamie's
Which one?
frame. Jamie's frame.
I mean, he's got so many options, doesn't he?
The key things jumping out to me are the 2 balls on the rails.
Yeah, he can play either of them right now and get a safety.
Yep.
Um,
Other things are like, say,
one's
this sort
worse?
of thing where you can play a ball and nudge and then reassess after.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not
it.
done that. He's played for a better safety. Maybe a double as a shot to nothing. So if you get it, then you can get both balls out and you're hugely ahead.
Yeah, except that ball was a snookering ball, right? It was that line of the black, those 2 yellows, gave him a huge margin for error on the snooker, and he's just reduced that margin for error a little bit. It's still quite big.
It's a great point of the trade-off of that sort of shot.
Yeah.
Because he could have just, as we both said, just hit a snooker straight away and leave as many balls on the table as possible.
He can play this as a shot to nothing, though. So if he gets the double, he's still at the table.
And
that's what he's played for.
That's what I mentioned, because you get that double, now you set this other ball up, and you're hugely ahead. Like, if Trent doesn't basically flick his ball, he's
now note, he can play the ball on the rail now and get a snooker. There's that yellow at the top of the table there is in line for a snooker, so you could just nudge the ball off the right-hand rail now.
Yes. And he could even play this as a shot to nothing if he wants. And
it's hard to tell if
but I wouldn't, personally.
It's hard to tell if he's got angle. He might roll through and then run it up.
Oh. No, he looks like he's getting a bit frisky. No, I've actually got natural angle to... wait, what is he doing? I'm now very confused.
No, he's going to run it up the table now. That would be my prediction anyway.
So he wants that over the hole as a starter. I see it now.
Yeah, because
so he wants a starter if Trent, like, say, he gets out of the snooker.
Not necessarily a starter, just if... I don't know, like the only possible ball place that Trent can end up safe is somewhere in that top left corner, because if he's got something over the pocket nearby...
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Fine,
so that's your emergency starter for... There's no ways Trent can get out of the snooker and leave you nothing. So that's what... He's not even done that, though, which makes me even more confused.
Well, I think it's just because it was not straight behind him.
Yeah,
so he's played for the snooker rather than the...
Right, so he's played his shots there with the intention to leave the starter, and he's done... This is the next best thing. It's a very likely starter, but not... Makes sense.
Have a whack here. He's been a bit unlucky to go in off.
Tell you what, that's one of the best results you could get, especially since he's gone in off.
The red is, but yeah...
He's made a yellow awkward enough that Jamie probably has to start with that.
He will start with it, yeah, and he might be able to play it under
if it goes under the red, it very much changes things. I'm operating under the assumption that it doesn't, and he was going to have to sort of force the white up a bit, but no, this is fine. Jamie's going to win this frame. Meanwhile, Mick.
She's got a little tricky ball to the centre here.
Jamie's perhaps overdone that a tad, but... I think Mick's a lovely doubler, isn't he?
He's such a good doubler. Wish I could double half as good as he could double.
He'd still be twice as good as anyone else.
Yeah.
And that looks like a nice natural angle for Jan. It was a nice natural angle until that extra roll where it became a little bit too thin and dicey. But it's coming into the right direction for his next shot.
So out to a 3-frame buffer for Mick, 10-7. I think that's the biggest margin of the match.
So Joseph, I think, was 6-5, I believe.
Yeah, so it's a pretty healthy lead in a race to 15.
So Jamie was so thin he actually had to go this step further. So he's actually played quite a loose shot there to the middle, because he could have hit that so much softer to the right middle and played for a much more conservative area. He played for the lower line on that so that he could use the side rail and come up or screw back, and he's gone too far and he's sort of paid the price for it.
His white looks hard on this bottom cushion too, so he's just got to play the pipe. There's no real safety here. He could almost even run the white too far, right?
Yeah.
depends on what that angle is like to the centre.
The safety's not till you get past the ball line, which means you've got to belt it. So you just sort of have to.
But you don't want the white past the ball line.
I know.
If you're playing for the black, so I think you just back yourself to make the pot.
That's what I'm saying. Like
You're either choosing the pot or the safety,
fully
but
safety,
but not both.
100%. No, he's played the safety though.
Played the safety.
And I think I would have done the same.
It looks
Out
like
of fear, because I have a lot of fear, Marty. Right? You might be fearless. You might just.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
It's time to send it. I'm just going to nail this part. But
there's a lot of the position of the match in that shot. Right? Like if Jamie's ahead 7-4, maybe he just drops into the centre. But because of where they are, they haven't really settled.
And now, how does Trent play this? Because I think he can play the natural drop in, and you're leaving your opponent nothing. And if you miss it, it's going to be over the bag. Like that. You should have got it though, Trent. Come on.
Yeah, like I think Jamie's just going to snooker in, obviously. I don't think Jamie's going for this long double or anything. He's just going to the white back out in the middle of the table. He's going to find the spot where he wants his white ball to be.
I'd say a question. I don't know what's in Trent's head. But I reckon if we asked him, I think he would have had in his mind that it's okay to miss that.
I agree. Yeah.
Right, but I think it's less okay. I think it's less okay than he thinks because being snookered here, with the red not being flush over the hole, which it wasn't super likely to be, means Jamie's advantage in this front. If Trent doesn't nail this, and this is very hard. This is a very hard shot. He's got to go rail first and then clip this.
Yeah, if you can.
Or he's just on it. He may just be on it.
I don't think he's on it.
I don't think so. He's got to play a very difficult shot, doesn't he?
Yeah,
This shot's very hard.
I almost want to be coming at it from... Like, there's a triple on, but I don't think that's the right shot.
He's played it so well. That was not easy.
Yeah, he's played it well. He's played it well.
Trent's flying. Well, he played me from one shot. Simmer down a bit. But yeah, it looked good.
Well, I don't think anyone expected Trent to be leading 4-3.
Well, define anyone. Who are we talking? You mean conventional wisdom? The conventional wisdom who thought Mick Scerri could never get off to a start when he did. Conventional wisdom who thought Tim Shelton could never lose to Sean Welford when he did. You know what?
But by the way, Tim Shelton's not well at all. He's gone to the doctor. Timmy, if you're out there, I hope you're okay, mate. Oh my gosh, Joey, what are you doing?
That's unfortunate that that's happened to Joseph, because that's how he needs to play to get the momentum continually going. He needs to flow from here to come back, and that's the sort of shot that's why he's not rolled it.
Yeah, he can't. Oh, sure. Like
he's like, I'm going to flick this in, smash it.
Just a miss. Like
but yeah, he needs to. And Mick will punish him.
Yeah,
nearly every time here. Mick's just too good to.
Yeah, so flat out miss from Joey. Yeah.
Especially, I mean, we've been playing all day on these tables. We're on the outer tables. These are buckets in comparison, as you'll know from any Thursday night league we've played in.
Yeah.
Down the rail. I mean. But anyway, back to.
I think he's thinking about here. Do I go game or do I lay a snooker to really make it clear?
So the tricky element of going game are the two balls, the ball on the right hand rail and the ball on the bottom rail. They're the only possible obstacle.
Yeah, well, and the ball near the bottom right pocket gets you one of those balls out.
Yes, and you have a backup linking ball to the centre,
sure,
which then links to other balls. So that's why you'd think, oh, he's just going to go for it.
Yeah.
But Mick knows a lot more than us.
It's a bit of match play.
Yeah, imagine like just a weird snooker where you just clip like half ball off this red that he's looking at that's near the hole and leave a snooker.
Decided to just go for it.
That was the last shot I would have played, by the way. But
oh really? No, I think that's.
But given he seemed tentative, if you're flying as he was earlier, you just play it, and you don't think about it. Even thinking about it means you should not play that shot.
I don't know if he was tentative about the shot. I think he was just considering letting Joseph sweat on the miss a little bit.
That could be that, actually.
take-
Mick is known for these sort
take
of
30
things
seconds
that
so
he thinks
you just
about.
sit there and think about it.
So it could very well be that, and I'm overthinking it there.
Yeah, maybe.
But the reason I was suggesting it's tentative is it's so obviously the right shot if you're just feeling you're never going to miss that. It's so clearly the correct shot.
Mick is certainly potting well enough to.
Yeah. In
take
which
that well.
case,
He's talking to himself.
what
I'm
he's
not sure.
done may have worked perfectly, as you've described. By just letting it breathe, letting the miss breathe, and the panic set in, he's made Joseph
Oh,
miss
he's
the black.
punching. Look at this. Oh, that is absolutely. Oh, is he left it sticking out?
Is he going to get punished for the punish?
Oh, Dan's called the back double.
I want to see it.
Straight back down
I
to
wanna see
where
it.
where the white is.
I want to see this now, especially since Mick's gone like basically the full on disrespect there for no reason. Oh, he's hit that like terrible. And I'm trying to process what's just happened. Obviously Mick's ahead, but how much is he ahead is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I think he's got right.
I wonder you can land, so you play this now, land on the bottom red. No, he's not even done it. What is this? That's just a shot.
I'm not sure. Like
That's
Joseph has to play the turnover here and hope Mick doesn't have
Yeah.
game.
Now all the things I was about to say about Mick's
or
shot choices.
the smash it. But I think he just plays the turnover.
Yeah, just clip the black out enough that it's on from
Yeah.
anywhere on the
Yeah, it's
table
a good
and
shot.
snooker. Yeah, it's
Good
a good
shot.
shot. Mick's just played the shot he's given no credit at all. And
I mean, he has with Mick the up and down at the ball over the bottom left, which will be a snooker back.
no, I'm still on the critiquing Mick bait because Mick's missed the sitter when he's one of the best players in Australia, is what I'm getting at. But he's demonstrated his class to get out of it.
Yes.
What do you do here is Joseph. Fucking massive left-hand side, or this top rail, get to this rail, come in. Does that even exist? That didn't exist with the big guy.
He's just going up and down.
Okay, it's getting all less
Get
creative.
it in. Joseph. Oh, he's made it.
I'm
Wow.
so annoyed that he was in the way there because that was such an incredible
Can
shot.
you
Do you have
replay
other
that
camera
angle?
angles, Dan? That was
That
absurd.
angle.
How precise he had to be on that shot.
We'll give him credit there. It was good.
Absolutely, we'll give him credit. And you know what we'll do? We'll give him this update on the scoreboard there. 7-8 Joseph Evans. So now it doesn't matter that he missed that black down the rail. That's in the past. He's completely forgotten it happened, actually. Because he's made up for it by nailing this shot.
Dan's searching for a replay for us.
Meanwhile, I believe Jamie Stevens is on the red balls. And needs to navigate to this bottom left point.
There's the up and down.
How good is that?
Yeah.
That's just great to see. Shame for Mick, because he messed the frame up 2 shots prior with the shot he missed. You're on?
Yeah. Yes.
So Jamie's objective in this frame was to navigate to this bottom left-hand side of the table. Doesn't look like he's quite gotten low enough to be on the ball to run it across, the red at the bottom to run it across. I wonder if I was about to ask, I wonder if he's going to just hit it out
Do it
now.
anyway. Yeah.
It needs to not be there or I'm not going to win this frame. And Trent still has problems. You know, he's got claim over the centre to mixed. He's stiff there. See that?
Yeah.
He's arced around all the balls.
I was going to say, like that's Jamie Scerri. I was going to say the Joseph refused to decide on colour and just played safe,
Yep.
which I think speaks to his confidence a little bit in the match.
He's not
He said,
usually
"Okay, well,
one to play safe," he
I'm
said.
happy to.
Well,
I've just come away with a good.
you can
frame."
interpret it in 2 ways, can't you? As confidence or lack of confidence. I think it's more confidence. Is that what you were saying?
I think it's confidence, yeah, because he doesn't feel like he has to go game on it.
Exactly, yes. It shows that you're in an understanding of where you're at in the match.
Yeah.
Good analysis. Oh, what's just happened? Is that just a fair income fluke? Oi. Nice. Joseph has got the advanced fluke technology installed in his computer. Oh, Wadi! That's a nice shot too. So now he's still got a lot of work to do here, but this is one of the outs that is coming from nowhere. He's now got a super thin shot here where he has to avoid all sorts of in-offs and unwanted cannons. But Joseph is trying to make something out of nothing over here, and he's gotten somewhere. He's on the reds.
Right.
If he pots this, what's he on? What's he on?
Can you see that one top right? He's through the gap.
This cannon was so avoidable. He's played
Yeah.
bottom and side and hit into this, so this was so avoidable. So he must be, because the conventional wisdom is you avoid that and come across the table.
There,
and
there
try
must
and
be a
land
gap. I mean, I can only assume that he's on this ball to the top right, but it's still tricky.
Yeah, he's got a.
You got to go
What if he's
twice
got-
across.
Oh,
no,
so he played a double.
he couldn't cut it, I don't
Yeah.
think.
All right. Well, that was.
It doesn't look good.
If you ever wanted an example of pushing the boat out, we just saw it from Joseph Evans. That was mental. But you got to believe.
Jamie's gone round the houses to finally get down to this bottom left corner.
And now he's got to play like a really touchy, screwy shot.
No,
doesn't he?
it doesn't have to be touched. Like he can pump this in and that's fine, or you can touch screw it in. But either way, just however you feel getting this ball in the top left.
Oh, he's playing to left. I just assumed he'd go middle because he's a middle merchant. He loves middles.
Good shot, Jamie.
But that's actually the shot of the match so far, I'd say. Just a clean, full table pot under pressure. That's assuming yellow's playing and they're on. That's where the pressure comes from.
Yeah, that was a little bit tricky, that black. Like he's hard on the rail,
Yeah, missable.
missable.
And so opportunity knocks his friend here. He's
That game could go for another 10 minutes now.
yes. He's got a there's so many things you can do. I reckon that the obvious shot is you play the snooker on the top of these two balls on the right hand side, the first one. And here's what I'm about to say. He should do this.
Oh, he doesn't want that in. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Because had he done that, you're creating a ball that can then go under the black,
Yeah.
and you're snookering.
Yeah. Oh, do you reckon one will go inside that black? Yeah, that's.
I reckon one will.
Yeah,
So
okay.
so the shot he had access to was just playing the left of these two balls on the right hand side near the black, play that one onto the rail, and snooker, and then you've got that open up.
Or about. Looks like he's going to pop the black here.
He's going for a smother.
Gee.
Well, this is probably winning the frame 99 out of 100, isn't it? Especially
that-
with the new
is
way
that a
this rule is
stalemate?
adjudicated.
Yes.
I'm certain you could get a white
They
through
are
there.
checking whether it's a stalemate.
Let's get a white. Why even argue it?
They are calling. for-
Yep. I'm on it. I'll find a white.
Yeah. Yes. So the rule here is that the white ball has to be able to get through to the black down the side of the cushion and down both sides of the cushion. And if it can't, it's a stalemate, and it would be a re-rack. So now that the white can get there,
You could tell
Jane-
from here it wasn't a stalemate. You could just truck through there, but anyway.
I'm just explaining to viewers what's going on. So now that we know that the white can get there, Jamie must make a genuine attempt at hitting this black.
Are you confident to go over there and tell him it's a loss of frame, even though it's
Yeah.
not your money match?
Yeah.
I think you should.
No, let's.
You're
Let
you've got a lot of clout.
The players
You're
will sort
the
this out. Like this
the
is
leader of the biggest podcast in the world. Is that correct?
No,
Biggest football podcast in the world.
well, let's go with yes. Let's go with yes.
This is Australia. But it's
This is but the players have a look. This match is being organised between the players. If there's any doubt, they'll come over and ask for some advice. So
I agree with your ruling, which was come from an Ultimate Pool video. If he doesn't make the distance, it's just loss of frame. Although he's so it's easier to adjudicate when he's
He
actually
has-
not fouled.
wow, that is an unbelievable shot. That was. He that
just
was
hit it.
that he hit the black and the black has hit the rail. That is a valid shot.
Well,
So that is unbelievable.
what a weight! What a genius! This gate is going to get kept for a while, I think.
And is this going to hit a cushion? Is it going to hit a cushion?
Oh please! I don't think it's going to get there. What do you reckon?
It did not.
It was easy for me to say when it was almost stopped. What?
Do you want us to check?
I don't think it did. But yeah, why? It hit the yellow. But it's not. Did it hit the rail there? No, it didn't. Then it's a foul. But he's not hit a rail.
No, this
I don't think he did. I think it was a foul 100% if that didn't hit, but we'll check.
He hit it.
Tim's right. He's just called. Nah, not a foul.
Okay, so we've had a look at the replay
we
there,
know.
folks, on a different angle. Trent has clipped the yellow next to the black on the way out, so that was a fair shot from Trent.
Yeah, right.
And now we're back in the same situation. Jamie has to make a genuine attempt at hitting this black.
Well, I'm just calling it now.
That is a genuine attempt.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. He's made the distance.
But what the?
It's a foul. It's just a foul.
But he's played to open the black up.
Oh, he's just played it. He's played. I think I'm going to call that a genuine attempt.
Yeah, that's where I'd be. It's funny we differ on this because you called my one, which I thought was an unusual one, where I didn't make the distance. But
well, he's definitely made the distance. So he's played it softly. The question is, does the table moved?
Oh, you're right. It could be that. I'm just always sus whenever there's when they've played a shot that very obviously benefits them by just moving a ball into a better position.
Sure.
It's, but you're probably right. Your ruling's probably correct.
Given his last attempt,
I know. But then that one makes me question again. Yeah, but either way,
it certainly was.
I guess,
certainly made the distance.
And I guess when push comes to shove, if he's not hitting the black and promoting his position in some way, he's losing the frame anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
So it makes it less likely he's not trying to actually hit it.
Yeah.
So there's that as well. But yeah, Trent doesn't want a stalemate over here.
No, but he can keep waiting, right? Eventually,
Exactly.
you think Jack is going to...
He has to pull off a miracle shot or he loses.
Correct. Yeah.
That's essentially how it tends to work. And this is where we're already... he's not made the distance.
Yeah, that's a tougher one to call. That's right on the grey area.
That's warning territory, yeah?
That's right in the grey area.
Do you want to go warn him, Marty?
No.
I'm too scared.
I'm not
Look how big he is.
I'm not a referee, but that is not my call to make.
Trent doing anything but nothing would be a mistake. Would you agree? Yeah, he's doing nothing.
I think Trent has to get a snooker that's not that good.
Yeah.
I think Trent should be
to
leaving
remove the plausible deniability.
I think Trent needs to leave Jamie an up and down. But like this...
I like this though, because if you just leave 6 of these and he never gets the distance, the band hammer has to come down then. Boom, you're gone. Lost it.
Yeah, it's a tricky call. I mean, it's up to the players to decide how they want to do it.
This is a shot where it's difficult to judge the pace on.
Yeah, Trent can go
which means it moves the... So let's say Jamie's always trying to not hit it, right? Mm-hmm. He's aiming like this far before the black. Since it's harder to judge the pace on this shot, he's now going to have to judge to aim like a foot before the black, which means if he under hits it by a foot, he's now 2 foot before, and then it's just lost in front. So this is good strategically to make worse attempts occur, if that makes sense.
I think Jamie, to his credit, is asking Gus to come over.
Yeah.
Gus. The right thing to do. Good on you, Jamie.
I wonder if Gus will let us know what he was actually meaning to do at Albury that one time. Do you know the frame? Last year.
I do know the frame. Yep. What that tells me, Logan, is that you haven't watched the latest podcast episode where we interview Gus and we cover exactly that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because he...
No spoilers. But
well, never mind. Sorry, Marty. I'm sorry to let you down there. No, he's just playing things that don't make sense.
I think that's... okay, like the pace was fine. I
know it's probably okay, but that's like garbage. Like it annoys me that you're calling loss of frame for getting it to the balk line on an up and down, but not for that where it's like the line to get that requires such a level of perfection that he's got nowhere near.
So this is where I think Trent should be leaving Jamie on the nameplate on the bottom cushion here. Like
And
he's actually
by
got
the
to
way,
leave him enough.
here's another reason why I'd be more strict on, say, the last shot. On, like, really, that's loss of frame. Jamie has moved a ball such that it could have been a stalemate.
Meanwhile, Mick's played
Right.
a really great up and down.
So Jamie's making it more likely to be a stalemate by the way he's
Correct.
played his shot, which benefits him significantly in the frame, and he's played it in such a way that he's never ever going to hit the black ever. So I think, no, you're not actually trying to pot that black, you're trying to make a stalemate, and it needs to be called. Would you agree?
I'm in favour of calling these rules. I said this on the podcast as well, especially after it was great that Mark Goff, who's the head referee of the International Referees Organisation, put out some examples of when they did call that rule in tournament play and talked about it.
And once you show that to me, I'm very much of the opinion that we're calling it a lot more, and I think that's the way to do it.
See, that's made the distance, so there's no issue with the distance. But because Trent has left him a 3-cushion escape, I think it's difficult to call it, right? That's why I think Trent has to leave him a straightforward up and down.
This, I feel like it just needs to be called. No, I think it's just silly. We're wasting time. That's my opinion on it. And I don't know if you feel similar. But I would have called it the previous one. I think that was the egregious example where he's made stalemates more likely.
I would call it egregious. I think that one was in the grey area. But
no, we're well past grey. I know exactly what he was doing there. That's what I'd be trying to do. What's he doing?
That's a better shot.
No, you're right.
But actually, he might be able to get through to the black.
Yeah,
to be
watch him
honest.
just pot it now.
He may have left a gap here.
This is a travesty of justice then.
It's a poor shot from Trent.
It's very rude when the players get in the way of our camera angles. Don't you think? They should probably be told about this beforehand.
Yeah, I think he can get through to this off the jaw as well. And the black is just going to drop in.
Oh my god. This is
my
fine.
God.
Trent can still play safe, but that's Did you get a rail? Yeah, okay, there.
So Trent's got this is the shot, Trent. Now we're talking.
There we go. So now we get 12 more fake attempts.
Because I don't think Jamie can play this with side. He's going to try.
Oh, I see. Yeah, hit the rail off the jaw.
Yeah.
Give a little Nicarino. If you get separation between the
Maybe he
yellows,
can,
suddenly
yeah.
Trent can be under the pump. And he'll regret not playing the same shot 35 times so that Jamie has to keep missing it.
Keep an eye on this one, Dan, because...
Dan, what are you doing? Oh.
What are we calling that one?
Oh, it's fair,
I
yeah?
think we're saying it was a fair shot. Must be a fair shot.
Well, Trent can win the frame now without having to rely on Jamie's...
Correct,
but it's gotten a lot harder because... yeah, you can just get him. Dan,
Well, he can certainly
relax.
get a snooker.
Yes, that's what I mean. So you pot a ball, you get a snooker. Once you get the snooker, you
Yep.
can put the wide over the ear and you got the linking ball in the middle, alright?
Yeah.
So Marty knows what I'm on about, Dan. Relax.
Oh, that's a
Although
terrible
he's
shot.
dead
You
at
don't
that.
want to. You don't want to put it on the
It's
cushion.
full garbaggio, I'd say, on that one. But this may work out because now this is the
That's a
one
good
Jamie's
white
most
ball.
likely to accidentally
That's a
clip
good
the
white
yellow
ball.
and then pot the black. So we could have just won the frame of that shot.
I'm going to make sure that we pay attention to Mick and Joey as well, because actually a couple of frames have gone by whilst we've been watching the...
Discussing this rather nonsensical frame.
Yes. We will keep an eye
Good
on
point.
Jamie and Trent's shots, but let's
Point,
just
Marty.
make sure
Marty, ever the professional. You reckon this passes in? Oh,
I do.
obviously it does.
Yes, I think Mick's
He's
looking
got
in a
that-
very good position here.
He's got that circular motion that a shark would have around, say, a small child abandoned in the ocean or something like that.
This is a classic flow of frames for Mick. Like it's very common for Mick to actually have his opponent get out to a start. That didn't happen today, but certainly Mick has built into this match.
So he's
And
trying new strategies, you could say.
and
Mick, ever the innovator.
but he hit. That's a very good shot. Oh, that's a genuine attempt.
No, absolutely, that one is.
Yeah.
No,
And look, I appreciate that Jamie is making the distance every time here. Like, I give credit to him for that.
yeah, it's just that one where you just obviously put a yellow in the way of it. That's the one. That's the one that everyone will talk about because I'll spew it. All right, what's Trent doing here?
Trent is.
This looks very swervable. This looks very swervable. I think that's an error. Which is unusual because Trent's very good at these. So you can see the shot.
Yeah.
It's a shot that
Is
you
the
naturally
is the
overswerve. and if
Doubles
you
is not
overswerve-
on, is it? The side-to-side double is not on.
Well, why would you play it? The swerve's this thing. So,
Yeah,
gettable.
if
You
you're,
reckon?
I mean, Trent, it's very close there, right? Like it's not, you've got a narrow gap.
It's enough that you're happy to go, I would think.
Gus is over there refereeing this. He's going to be nervous.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Well done.
That's- Oh, he's going to come on.
Wow.
I'm calling that was not a very hard shot. But
Okay,
good shot
I think
anyway.
It's a good shot. It's a good shot. Well done, Jack.
That was a very big mistake by Trent, though.
I'm going to say
Probably an
that
oversight.
once that black was over the pocket with a tiny gap, that frame was unwinnable for Jamie, and he has found a way to win.
We'd have to say Trent's errors. The first one, where
I think tactical
and then
errors,
a
not
very good shot by Jamie. We had two very good shots from Jamie there, and then if you put the swerve, a very good
certainly,
shot. Three.
certainly Jamie went up and down and found a gap that must have been the white ball plus a couple
Yeah.
of millimetres.
Yeah, which he almost won the frame right there, but Trent got the thin nick on the arm.
That's right.
Anyway, we're gonna have to watch.
But then
Mickey and Joey.
Trent got the thin nick and got out of it, and I think he just played snookers that were too good. I'm going to say, like he needed to. He needed
Introduce a
Jamie
bit
to
more game.
have
or just go
a
for the stalemate. You really don't want to. You're probably losing equity going for the stalemate. That was the old way the rule would work. You'd sort of have to go for the stalemate because they
Go
could
for
just
stalemate.
infinitely just go wide of it and say it's like, well, I just need to make the stalemate happen. But the new way, I think it's less correct. That's
We
not
call on that
fair,
one. We might
in
be
my
looking at doing a
opinion.
replay.
My instant opinion was fair.
Look
What
over
do you
it,
think?
see.
What's your
You want
instinct?
a replay?
Okay. What's your instinct?
The shot's good.
You think it's good?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fair. Alright, here we go. Damn it, slow mo again. Ah. Yeah. What are we doing here?
Can you slow it down a bit?
Looks fairer to me. I'm just trying to loop.
They're both moving. They're both simultaneous, yeah. Yeah, so simultaneous contact there, so it's a fair shot. So Joseph needs to make something happen here. Nick is on the hill. Play for a snooker by the look of it. Trent and Jamie are at 4-all, and they have a scheduled break every 8 frames, so that's why that match is just paused momentarily. Just a quick bathroom break, get a drink. Oh, that's a great shot from Joey there. Clear is one bad yellow. Again, he needs to make something happen, so should have a go here. Back himself to get behind that black.
Well, then what can you do? And Joey's winning the frame anyway.
Yeah, so Mick's on the hill.
Ooh.
So I think Joey needs to
Mick's on
make
the hill.
something. Mick's on the hill, yeah.
Joey hasn't won a frame since Nam. What's he been doing?
Yeah,
I mean, he's playing Mick Scerri. It's an issue.
that's a good
hard.
That's a good shot from Joey. Yeah, I think he's played this frame out well. He's snookered Mick. Got himself in a good position. Opened up a yellow and backed himself to give him this black. He should.
Reckon we can ask them to turn the music down a little bit.
Whoa. Twitchy from Joey.
He always missed that, didn't he? It's taken the piss a bit. Oh, sorry, that's gone out to all you guys. Sorry, I'm just complaining about the music that I can't hear myself think. Marty's next to me, I feel I need to shout. I guess that's just a sign. All you people at home, get down here to Bar 8. They got the best pool tables in Victoria. They've got best company in Victoria because Dan Lynch is here. Drive down. No better way to spend a Saturday night. Rent a pool table, $38 whole night. Schooners, $10 or something like that. Anyway, back to the game. It looks like Michael Scerri has landed on his final red for the win.
Mick will not miss this red.
All right, tell you what. I think that was a good shout, Marty. If you went it off, that would have been very amusing, though.
Gus has got the music terms down, folks, so it's loud at the minute. Scerri's got over the line. Congratulations, Mick. Commiserations to Joey Evans. But good on you for putting your hand up to play this match, mate. Like you were the underdog in this match. The underdog playing the underdog.
It's certainly winnable, I'd say, especially since he was leading
a
but
like
period.
This is how you get better. Joseph is one of the up-and-comers.
Trent. Oh! That hurts. I mean, look. Well, actually, you know what? It hurts a bit less because I've processed the shot for more than a fraction of a millisecond. He was trying to land on like 4 5-cent pieces lined up as his only area to land in, and he's missed it by a reasonable enough margin that you feel a bit less sorry for him. You generally want to map your balls such that you're landing in big areas for your last balls. Don't you reckon, Dan? That's a bit of wisdom there that can be imparted onto the viewers. Marty, you're back. Hello.
Yes, I'm back.
Welcome. Let's do that. Even though it's not great. So we've just seen Trent snooker himself on a ball that he was trying to land in about a, however long that is, gap.
4-inch gap.
4-inch gap.
Yeah.
And now Jamie's got ball in here.
One hand on the yellows. Yeah, so Jamie's got some. He can play this with an element of safety, right?
The hardest ball is probably this ball on the right-hand side.
Yeah, the bottom right yellow.
Because the only shot that's remotely missable that he can't play is a shot in other. Is what I meant by saying that's the hardest ball.
He might be able to play that in such a way that, like if it was the last ball, and he was on the sort of angle that he's on now, where he can just roll up to the red.
Yeah, so that means you want to be as close to it as possible, which means you want to be using one of these balls in the middle, which means you've got to be on the right side of it, or you've got to be playing into the corner.
I don't think he's going to go that way. I think he'll.
No, he'll address it early.
If he putted this ball over that he's on now, and then got on that one, he's got the other ball to get back up table.
Absolutely.
And honestly, Jamie shouldn't miss this yellow.
No. I was just saying it was his hardest ball.
Yeah,
which was more a comment on the easiness of the out than anything else than Jamie's ability as he sinks it into the heart of the pocket.
And it still is even a bit of a shot for nothing because the other yellow is blocking the black in the bottom left.
For sure.
If this one gets missed, he probably saves it blocking the bottom right.
He's even played it with too much confidence because he would like more angle.
Well, it's not that.
And less hampering.
It's the hampering. The fact that he's hampered is the problem.
Yeah, it's not Christmas time. We don't want hampers here. Crickets, everyone. Anyway. Nice.
Still yet to really see either of these guys play a sequence of balls with real confidence.
Trent's done that, but that's his natural flow.
Yeah.
His natural flow state, I
He
suppose.
strikes the ball much more than Jamie does.
Yeah, so Jamie, you're rarely going to see do that. Like, if Jamie's doing that, the score line is 15-4, and Jamie's ran a huge amount of racks and looks ridiculous. If he hasn't played like that, he will very rarely play like that.
Yeah, sure.
It's like everyone knows that time when you're at home and you're in your flow state and you're playing pure. Jamie doing that, Trent doesn't stand a chance. But Trent sort of naturally plays like that all the time, even when he's not fully on. This is just sensible mapping, rolling balls in. Yeah. He makes it look
Put his
hard.
nose in front, 5-4.
Because he's playing just all natural rolls. He's never stunning the ball. He just every shot is just that little bit harder. It's a stressful way to play.
Right, I'm just going to take a quick break. Go and
No
congratulate
dramas.
Nick. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Folks.
Alright. It's just me now, everyone. Hello. Hope you're all doing well on your Saturday. Saturday, the best day, I would say. 5-4 to Jamie Stevens. Thank you. Yeah. It's a great day to have a bunch of pool matches, wouldn't you say, Dan? Dan agrees. Alright, so seen a break of the balls there. And we've seen one of each colour potted. And yeah, well, we're once again seeing a rather... Okay. I don't mind that. So, at the same time, it's a weird frame. It's a frame where you don't really want to be the first to go for it, I would say, because by going for it, you're freeing up all your opponent's balls, and neither set is easy. And Trent, it looks like he's going full-blooded. This looks like the Trent who played last time. Just, he's presented with an opportunity to go out and he's just going to go for it. But here he is. He's playing a ball to the middle, right, to split out the black and his other ball, right? But he still has his ball dead on the side rail, which is now obstructed by the black. It wasn't before, but it is. He's extracted his red into the way of another yellow. So he's now got 2/3 dead balls, if you count the black as well. And his opponent's balls are all in the centre of the table. And his opponent has more balls than him. This is why, if you're going to make these aggressive attacking sort of outs, you need to make sure you're not going to be put in a position where you've just got a billion dead balls, right? So the way he could have played this is after the first double he played, he could have played the red down the right-hand side and then take an approach from there. And then he'd have one fewer dead ball. And let's say he was in this situation where he's put the black in the same spot and he's got, you know, that ball to the middle and just his ball down here. He can maybe put that ball to the middle, get on this, and then, you know, have a chance of winning the frame. But when you leave too many dead balls to last, you're going to do yourself a mischief. And now Jamie's going to capitalise. Oh, we're back. Trent Mason has only 2.5 dead balls now. Oh, now he has... Ooh, now it's difficult to quantify the deadness of these balls because they're... Dan suffers from extreme paranoia, Muddy. It's alright. So, zero impact on IT. Alright, sorry, you're Marty.
I'm Marty. Yeah, I'm back.
Jamie. Jamie's on the Ellis. I reckon he's having a dip. It's time. It's the time.
Yeah, because the Reds aren't on, right?
Yes.
I agree.
Great song coming out right now. Right? Trent's worked so hard thinking he can win, but bittersweet symphony that's live will play. And
I don't know if everyone can hear this. It's pretty good.
Oh, they can't hear this. Of course, thank you. Oh, okay, yeah, it is warm. Yeah, bittersweet symphony came out. I thought it was an appropriate time to reference it in the context of this frame. Never mind.
Play the rocker.
Well, then we flip it back around, and the bittersweet symphony is the downfall of the gatekeeper. Yeah,
It's a long way from a downfall, but yeah, that's a...
we gotta. That looks like slow mo, Ken. That was epic. What just happened there?
No, we just switched to a different angle.
Yeah, but it looks slow mo, like a Pocket Sports highlight. Remind you, it's diluted.
Just because it was zoomed in.
Because I wasn't used to it. Anyway, do you want some of this?
No.
So Jamie's still going to have another attempt, and well, what you will immediately see is he needs to just get to this lower quarter of the table, but it's actually like an eighth, the lower eighth of the table where you can play these two yellows that are on the right-hand side to the middle, the right middle.
Yeah, I think it's the one. It's the one closest to the black spot. The yellow closest to the black spot. That's the tricky one.
That's the big problem.
The one above it, you can probably drop into the right center and then play the other one back to the bottom left.
Absolutely.
But he's not going to have... He's got to think about the angle that he leaves himself to transition to the black.
Yes. While it is a black where you can sort of be anywhere and aim to get it over the hole, it's harder to get it over the hole the further you are from it.
Sure.
And if it's over the hole, even if you miss it, you're at least certain of a stalemate.
Yeah, I don't think he's thinking about that. Like, it's a big pocket with that red there.
No, but that's like random thoughts of that just sort of you check off before you start. You're like, what's the scenario if I'm bad on the black out of the ball? Logan, you keen for a race to 7 to 9 for 100? I don't know who that is. Probably not. I'm a bit I'm relaxing. And yeah, I've been told not to look at comments. What do you reckon, Marty? Is that good advice?
I agree, yes.
Yep. You probably came up with it. It's probably your advice that you circuitously got through to me through other people.
Yeah. I think it's... we do like your comments, folks. Like, I think what we want to avoid is having a conversation with someone in the comments.
Yeah, or starting a whole debate about Calcutta nuances and all these things.
A lot of people watching, it's not just about...
Then you just play that awful. You want it to not hit the clip of red on the way through, get under it, so that the yellow knocks the red to this left-hand side rail.
Now, can Trent see the one near the pocket? It's hard to tell.
This, by the way, this has been a
say no.
frame that Jamie should have won twice. Jamie has absolutely butchered this frame. Jamie will still lose. Like, this is not the standard I expect of someone who calls themselves the gatekeeper. What do you think, Marty?
No, I agree. I don't think Jamie will be happy with how he's played so far, for sure. I don't think Trent will be happy with the way he's played so far. I think the standard...
It's tough out there,
needs to lift,
as I've
sure.
said before.
Yeah. And we're only a third of the way through the match. Right? So,
Yes. Presuming it goes the distance. Of course.
Jamie,
That looked overcut,
yeah,
but it's gone in.
and if he pots this yellow, he can play a turnover shot black
From
onto the red
distance.
over the pocket.
From distance, an awful angle, because he's landed
wants-
on the underside of it.
He wants to be right behind it though, because he doesn't want to leave the red.
So I know the answer's no, because I've seen Jamie play it. Do you smash this in off two rails and come down to get neat behind black?
Do you reckon the white's in off to the right, to the centre? I think
No, but you
it's
smash
top
it
three.
anyway. You get. Oh, so you reckon you can get to that? No, I don't think that's on.
I do.
Let's see what eventuates. What do I know?
There you go.
Clown. I've got my clown hat over. But still, two rails. Sure, come down there. Just got to play it with a bit more conviction, a little bit of right hand side spin.
Now,
Because off the second rail it comes down.
the trick here is Jamie can't leave a gap for the red to go underneath the black. So he's got to play it at a pace such that the black rolls through in front of the red, but doesn't hit it so hard that it comes back out again.
This is an awful.
He might be playing a face cut.
This is an awful. Yeah, so he's tried so hard to. I think he tried to clip the outside red and then have the black pot that red sit over the hole. But I actually don't like that because you're moving the outside red to a spot where it could be potable. As it turns out, it wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
But oh, so they're going to get a wriggle on that, Owens and Jack. Shouldn't they get Dakota and Apples on since they're the?
So Trent's underplayed this now as well, right? Like this is what I mean. Like
This is now push spot.
This is Trent's going to be unhappy with what he's done. Jamie's going to be unhappy with what he's done, and now Trent's going to be. So they're both looking to lift the standard.
So I guess the point you're trying to make, and I'm sure you're not making it, I'm going to make it for you anyway, is that this game brings nothing but misery and unhappiness to everyone who plays it. And perhaps we should play something else. Maybe Yahtzee, you know? Oh, no, not that? No, okay. So I thought Marty was going in a different direction there. That's all Jamie
That's
could
a
do.
pretty good shot from Jamie.
You're just playing for luck, essentially.
Uh,
You're playing.
yeah,
You don't know what's going to happen, but you need to change the state of affairs where his ball is plumb over the hole and your ball is cactus. And but as it's turned out, Trent can now just put this ball over the hole and leave Jamie a pressure pot, which happened in the first frame, I believe, and Jamie nailed it. Did he not? Was it the first frame? Or?
I'm not sure. Oh, that's
That's actually bad.
That's not a good get. I was going to say, like, if he puts it over the pocket, Jamie would just roll up and touch it, push it. Like,
You're right,
you
actually.
You don't go for that shot. If it's
Then you. Oh, it depends how over the pocket it is. If you can then not pot it, then you make it harder and harder for him to not bump it into a nice potable position.
Sure.
And then you got that weird jockeying position. So I wonder what's the correct way to. It'd be cool to see like these frames mapped out several times, simulated.
Jamie's lining up the double here. So he's decided that red is just dead enough that I'm going to have a go at this. And I wonder if he'll play it in or over, or if he's just going to punch it.
Well, ideally, you punch the white as far down this left-hand side of the table as you
Oh, that's a great double.
What a shot. For someone who claims to be the worst doubler in the room, that's an unbelievable shot.
Yeah.
Owens and Phillips. Yep. Well, Phillips has been here all day and Owens is on the snooker table, so They're playing for 3K, I believe. I believe it's Tree. Dakota and Apples are playing for 4. Phillips with his new haircut. He's looking quite suave. The ladies love it. 3? Yep, 3 and 4. Yeah.
Yeah, so Mark Owens and Jack Phillips just warming up on the other table.
What do you think of that
They
match,
get
Marty?
allotted 5 minutes each. I think that is match of the day.
In terms of no idea who's going to win.
I think it's a very even match.
I have no clue. It actually pains me, keeps me up at night.
Both players can play very aggressive. Both players can play tactical.
I'd say Jack's very much the tactical player of the two,
I think
which
so.
is more a testament to Mark's absurd lunacy, you could say, in terms of going for absolutely everything.
Yeah, I think the flow of the match probably depends more on what Mark does than what Jack does.
Imagine Mark just throws in a random safety and everyone just like drops their beer and holds on for a second and goes, wait.
But if Mark goes for some early outs and gets them, that's quite different to him going for some early outs and Jack mopping up.
Yeah, that was sort of in some way what you could have thought might happen in the Scerri Joseph match, in a similar thing where Joseph is going to go gun ho and do what he does. But in that one, Scerri actually got off to a good start, which, according to everyone who knows Scerri, including yourself, meant Scerri could never lose.
But certainly, Scerri always builds. He gets better as matches go on, for sure.
I like how Trent's gone about these. I think he's going to have a drop into the centre and then have a reasonably straight pot to the top left to win the frame.
The ball in the centre, oddly, is one of the trickiest ones. It's covered to both centre pockets.
I agree, but he found a way to get on it nice. He's just missed it. But had he got that, he had not even hampered queuing, it looks like, to play the ball to the top
like
left.
a cue pass.
But anyway, it's all for naught because it's now the gatekeeper shot.
It's actually not really left Jamie much here.
No, he hasn't, which means we get to see what brilliant shot Jamie comes up with to contain the frame. What do you play, Marty?
I was going to say probably go across and push this yellow towards the pocket.
That's brilliant, and it's a shot I never would have thought of in a million years.
That is exactly what Jamie's doing.
I love it. That's a fantastic shot. I'm over the moon that shot has been played. Because fair dinkum, I would never in 100,000 years played that shot.
That's a very Jamie Stevens shot.
Yeah. No, partly because if I tried it, I'd miss the ball completely and foul and set his red up.
See, in international rules, having the ball over the pocket is not usually great, right? So Trent could pop this red at the bottom left and then play a turnover shot.
It's only good if he gets both his reds
actually
on, which he has done. So
he's a pretty good shot. Yeah.
So he's got the nice counter to. I'm no boxing person, but whatever. Like he's countered it nicely. The combination, counter punch. There you go. Boom. That's what I was looking for.
And I think Jamie just needs to put this yellow in amongst the centre and only leave this bottom left red. And just say, if you're good enough, have a go.
Yeah, so you have to clear this red to get going, which helps Jamie for starters.
Yeah.
And then if you don't get them, all my balls are in the centre of the table and you're in trouble.
Or maybe,
that's what he's asking.
Maybe cut it all the way up the roll to cover the
that's
red
insane.
Top,
that's insane. But yeah, I see. But what you're describing are all very difficult shots at a very low percentage, which indicates to everyone listening the difficult situation Jamie's been put in this front. So if Trent's attacked well, you would say.
I think Jamie's played the right shot there. He's got his dead ball out, and he's just asking a question.
The shot that gives you the most likely makes it just as tricky as you can, given the circumstances for your opponent, who's in a very good position. And Trent's sort of spun the wheel a little bit here, and
that's what can happen.
Fantastic camera angle, because we could see from the start that this red does not pass, and given that doesn't pass, Trent's
So now
sold the farm essentially.
now Trent has to say, where can I leave Jamie?
Yeah, how can I
that he
counter?
can't- so that he can't.
He's got to leave the white in this bottom left corner somehow close to the black or something. That's not bad. If he's the trickiest starter, I suppose he could
It's
leave.
actually not a bad shot. Trent.
He's made his future out slightly more difficult. That's a very difficult ball to land on.
So it looks like Jamie can cut the ball to the right middle, and obviously goes long as well. I think they're a little tricky.
And long is going to leave very pristine position for Trent on the out he would need to make.
And
So Jamie's
played a
on
good
the
shot.
cut.
He's played a good shot.
Jamie also does like the middle pocket. So but I have no doubt he's going to cut this ball in at all.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like it goes long as well, obviously, but
He's
I
never
don't think he's going.
That's a curious shot. Jamie's more of a flick, accurate aim. And then he'll judge I believe the cannons are necessary unless he's going to play it with a bunch of spin.
This can go wrong. He's playing this in the centre can go wrong. Because he might flick
the
off a
cannons,
yellow.
yeah.
He might end up with the yellows covering each other back into that left middle.
They are avoidable, but it's not sort of his style.
But
You see
avoiding
he's
them is
playing
not good
centre white.
either.
Yeah, so he's trying to avoid it.
But
And
if
you
that
said
if
avoid
that went
it's not
in,
good.
I don't know if he.
That does depend on whether this yellow passes between
Yes,
the
maybe it is. Maybe unlucky.
No, he could have just watched it. Marty, you're the commentator. You get to say what is correct. Haven't you figured out the superpower yet?
Trent. I think Trent's rushed that bit. He's got straight down on it and played it about 5 seconds.
And that's a shame because the way he needs to not lose patience because he will get his chances. Because Jamie's not like super. He's not a rubbo. He's not running to too many racks that he cannot get in. Even though Trent's 6-4 down, there's by no means he can't win this match. But the fact that he's sort of already thrown a hand towel at a handbag at a pretty simple shot like that is a really bad sign. Whereas I was saying earlier in the match, it was a very good sign that Trent was playing these extra safeties to secure frames. Now I'm worried.
Jamie just has to be neat here. It's not difficult, but he has to just pay attention.
Is the judge a cannon? Or
Yeah, he's got a wide margin for it. You go into the gap of the two yellows at the top right.
Yep.
And they'll separate nicely, and he'll still be on the one to the other side.
Yeah, you just don't want to play a ball
That's
too
it.
hard. Exactly. He's played that really, really nice. You just never want to play a ball too hard that you were moving it in the direction of the two balls coming on. You actually played that perfect.
Yeah, I mean, he could have played that much softer, it would have been fine. He could have even played a little bit harder, probably would have been fine.
Yep,
So
yep.
he had a
Just because you got the accurate line. Yeah, very nice. Oh, looks like Owen's in shorts are ready to start too.
I would have liked to have seen him stunned that in.
But he was never going to, mate, because you've watched him play, and you know that he doesn't like to kill a ball unless he absolutely has to.
Again, I'd like to see us just screw up
I would
this
be
6
shocked.
inches.
I think he's rolling this in and playing tough black, Marty. I went a bit too far. If that black was any closer to the hole, you know damn well he was rolling that pole in.
Good shot of Jamie's fingers there. You see he's got double jointed fingers.
Oh, yeah, good shout. Marty the observer. Alright, now it's getting away from Trent. The errors. You got a what? Alright, time back, and the way Jamie Stevens out has gone means that he now has to play this very tricky card in order to make the clearance. This is become pushing the boat out a bit further than Jamie would like. He's played that very well, and now he's got nice angle here. Just to stun off the rail and come down into an area where he's going to very much be on the black. I fancy Jamie to get this. This could very well be 8-4. Anyway, meanwhile, we have, on the left-hand side, the match of the night. The match so many people... Great shot, Jamie. That's absolutely pure. You play that like a wizard. Yeah, so on the left, we've got the match of the night that no one can call. No one has a clue who's favourite in this match. So that makes it the most exciting. We have Mark Owens playing Jack Phillips. And Mark won the lag and it's broken. Potted a red and has landed with one of the most disgusting whites you can possibly have with the break. So, oh, we're on a new stream. Hello, new viewers. Hello, all 0 of you. Appreciate your work. Hello, Dick. Put the mic on. Oh shit, I'm mic'd up and I just said hello, Dick. Well, hello, Dick. By the way, hold on, let's mute a bit. Other ear, left.
Hello to all the viewers.
There's many of them.
Logan, how are we?
Good.
Good.
What do you think?
About how you are or about the games?
Who cares about me? All right. About the games.
Yeah, about the games. I think, you know, obviously we'll go over to Trent and Jamie since they're already playing. I think obviously everyone sort of knew the last result with Trent and Jamie, and for me, and when I was speaking to Trent, he knows what he can do, and he was quite disappointed with his last result and just efforts in general. And he's actually been putting in behind the scenes quite a little bit of time, and you've probably seen it now. He's playing a bit more tactical, not blazing away, taking his time a little bit more, which is great to see.
In one of them tactical frames, he didn't go for it where I thought he really should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cost me. And oi, 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 oi. Is this baby swerve territory, or is he just fat?
Oh, slight swerve by the looks of it.
Oh, but it's not missable. It's not.
Yeah,
a
he should
missable
be fine.
You got a slight swerve, but it's not a shot they can ever miss. So it's a shot that some people would see and go, "Oh, great shot!" You know, there's something you never ever in a million years missing it.
It's like the one
tap in.
where they play it down, where it's on easy, but looks like it's not on, and they just get down and pot it.
But he's played it so
Has
bad.
he fouled there? He's hit the bloke.
Well, so he didn't. He had to swerve. He just played right hand spin.
So if I'm Trent here, you've got to play, pretty much where he's going to put it right now. You have to play that ball near the bottom right rail.
Why are you saying that, Dakota?
I just think they all link up quite nice after he does that. It's just
After that
basically,
ball's removed. So you're then playing the ball to the left middle, or you're playing the ball to the bottom left? So
well,
he's
it's sort of a two-way shot. It sort of depends.
So Dan's saying playing it into the yellow. Why are you doing that though?
Moves the
yellow.
You're doing that.
Moves the pressure, alleviates pressure.
I think that's a
pressure's
negative
the
way. Yeah, exactly right. I think it's a negative way. There is a chance that could go wrong.
No.
You know,
So
go up
I'm
and-
saying, you, by the way, Dan, I do play your shot if the yellow is
further in.
3 centimeters this way. Then that shot's on. Trent, you play that very poorly. That's the wrong shot, in my opinion. But
I think now he's fine. He's just got to top off the side rail here, and
yeah, so he's
it's
just
wrong,
got
wrong
to
way, he's gonna
execute
bottle
a
it.
shot.
He's gonna bottle
He
it.
didn't have to execute any shots the way he could have done.
Yeah, there you go. Trent, I was just giving you praise, and
No, he's fine. He's actually fine. But now he's got a... Don't play this. Alright. I'm going to no longer call any of Trent's shots because I have absolutely no idea what he's going to do, why he's going to do it,
just get the Melways out.
why you would even conceive of these.
Look, it doesn't matter as long as he makes the out. That's all that matters. I guess
It still
there's
matters.
so many ways you can go about
It still
it.
matters because you can make them so that they're 100 out of 100, or you can make them so that they're 8 out of 10. All right, this looks more like 8 out of 10 territory. In fact, 8 might be generous.
That's a brilliant shot there by Owens, just quietly.
Oh,
if
yeah,
he's on the
that's-
red, and it's also very stiff.
How does Trent get on this ball? He's got to come onto a line where he needs to beat the black. And the further you go, the worse you're getting on the red. He can't come into the line because he's gone. You know what I mean? This is all sorts of shit. He's got to. See what I mean? So he's played this and he's landed fine. He's landed plus. Oh, but has he? No, he hasn't. That's what I was talking about.
You got to
right?
wait for the balls
You
to stop
had to go far enough that you were beating the black, but not too far that you're exactly where he is. Because of how badly you napped it. This ball should have been dealt with 12 shots ago.
Yeah, it should have been like
12 shots is an
third or fourth
exaggeration.
shot.
There was absolutely no reason this ball should be there. He should have been playing for a back on deck. Now he's got to play this shot, which is nailed.
That's nice.
And now he's got to play this shot, which is...
This is just pressure
Also
right
good.
now, though. It's sort of like a half ball with Jamie's ball over the bag.
But there was no pressure.
So imagine
There shouldn't
if you had
have
played
been
the
pressure.
shot you wanted.
They were tap-ins to go to. There shouldn't have been pressure. When you're
Yeah,
playing
no, they
apples
shouldn't.
later, you're going to take good routes, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll be oranges,
You're
you
gonna
can be
go the
apples.
right way.
He's missed it. There you go.
So you don't miss that because you're fat on it, aren't you?
That's exactly
Against
right.
apples. because
It's
you
sort
went
of
the right way.
it's not too bad. You know, it's a little bit dodgy that play.
No.
I'll let you know in about 30
I
seconds
don't
how he
give a
lands
shit
on
if
it.
Jamie wins his frame or not. I don't give a shit if Jamie wins his frame or not. That's a disaster.
Yeah.
Trent had tap-ins.
How many
Tap-ins
drinks
galore.
you had today?
No, it doesn't matter. Right?
It's firing up.
When you got tap-ins galore, you got to get them. That's my fundamental pool philosophy. Jamie is...
I don't like that.
Jamie loves the middle pocket. He loves the middle pocket.
How fat is it to the middle? It's a little bit tentative.
I've got some... Oh, is he going long? No, he's going long. Sure. No, he's going long. Long has more safety, actually. He's very likely to draw and skip to this right-hand side rail, like that. So
That's why he's
long.
played. He played as a two-way.
Yeah.
If he does miss it, hopefully it hits the knuckle and spits it out.
Yeah.
What's your prediction over here with Owens and Phillips? I think this
Mate,
is.
I don't want to say a prediction because I have absolutely no idea.
I think
was
this was
hoping
one
other
of
people
the.
would do
Yeah,
it.
this is probably one of the better matches to watch. It's a tale of two styles, I think.
Everyone 12 months ago would have said Jack Phillips is a super aggressive player.
I don't think he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, but Owens
funny.
is. Owens is.
Yeah, Owens does nothing but attack.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tale of two styles.
But Jack's still attacking. It's just when comparing to, see Nick, well played. You can jump on. Nick's going to be playing.
Yep, fair enough.
Oh yeah.
You know, Pornhub. You need no Pornhub no more. So you're out of luck there. House to yourself, can't do anything. You're just gonna have to look in the mirror. See you, mate. So he's potted a couple of balls. When I say couple, he's potted one.
This first frame's still going on the left-hand side, and I've not watched a single shot of it.
Yeah.
Oh! Well, how do
You
you want
see-
to win the first frame? Do you want to have some
Are you cutting it?
boring
Are you doubling it?
tapping?
Cutting it? Are you kidding? Thinner than the kids
Cutting
in my
it to
basement.
where?
In the middle.
Mate. I've never cutting that in a tree in years, and
Yeah,
I
no,
can't double
looking
for
over,
shit.
Looking over my shoulder here. Just it, and he screwed it in off. So
Brutal.
it's the first frame. It's the first frame. It's made of everything. This first frame.
This is still tough only because it's the first frame. And by
Yeah.
tough, I mean it's not 100%. It's 98.5.
See me, I'm nearly putting the white on the side rail, playing the outside red to the middle. That way, it's just you naturally just roll through.
You're putting the white. You're putting the white a foot out from the right middle. You're playing the ball he's on now. You're playing that ball and you're stunning it. Right?
Yeah,
That's what
no.
you're playing every day. Today. You're playing the shot he's playing.
I'd just rather go with the white than work against it.
You're not working against it. You're going back to the blue. You're going to play 2 stuns, right, where you can't miss them. So you get your timing right. So you're adding value to the rest of the match. Look at that. So now you've understood the timing. That shot in future, you play a fraction harder. Make sure you implement these strategies.
I'll remember that when I'm out there tonight. Yeah, a bit of a scrappy one there. It's always going to have it. It's going to take him a few frames to get going. I think we saw that quite a lot with quite a few players today. Robbo being one of them, slow started. Dorsey, that was a good quality match, that one. I thought Dorsey got out the blocks. Robbo slow started, and then Robbo's brakes started working.
Did
and
Robbo
he wasn't really missing much?
How many shots did Robbo miss in his slow start?
Oh, I mean, it's a long time ago now. He was missing quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, he was. I wasn't watching.
But then his brakes started working, and he stopped missing. And that's what we know Robbo can do.
Yeah. It was interesting. Gorski got a little bit frustrated with himself, you could say.
Yeah.
I'll be back momentarily.
All right, how good is that? Logan is gone from comms. Let's enjoy some pool. Yeah, so just over here on the Jamie and Trent, you can sort of see Trent's starting to do what he was doing last time. I've tried telling him he's coming from me, yeah, Dan, I'm a bit of a hothead, but you just the way you are off the table shows a lot. And Trent last time was doing the same sort of thing. He's sitting up again now, but just sort of slouching down, slouching over once he starts losing a few frames. And people feed off that. Someone like Jamie would be loving that as well. So Jackie Boy over here has got a fresh cut just for this match. Throw some score predictions in, guys, for the Owens and Phillips match. Be interesting to see everyone's thoughts. I think this is definitely one of the matches of the card. Both quality players, both when they're on, they're on. I think Owens is probably a better potter in my opinion, and Jack's got a pretty good safety game. I think it's going to be close. I think, I think it could go 15-12, 15-13 either way. So Jamie's just on a little bit of a run over there. I think it was 4-all at one point, and now it's 9-4, or it was 5-4. One or the other, but you sort of expect that with Jamie. You sort of know what you're going to get. He's going to get on a roll at some point, and it just clicks. And he's playing really well. He's just won the Masters singles tournament last weekend here. He had to beat Jamo twice in the final and got the first one 6-5 hill, and then got him 6-3, I believe. So he's playing some really good pool at the minute. And it's good to see that, even though he's already beaten Trent once, he's still taking it seriously. I still know he was playing behind closed doors. He just doesn't think it's just going to happen, which is, I think, what separates the lower players to these higher class players, is that they'll still treat every match as they should. I think he's just going to try and drop this one now into the bottom left pocket here. Whether he holds on the yellow or bumps it from the bottom rail. And then plays the red in the middle.
Yeah, maybe when.
Come on.
Yeah, so it was 4. Yeah, Jamie's got a bit of a start. Trent's missed a couple as well. He's had chances. He's definitely had his chances. I think at some point panic mode's going to start setting in with Trent. When you lose 5 in a row, that panic button's going to start getting hit, and you're going to start chicken wings some shots, and he'll start trying to force the issue. You just got to try and stay composed, and anyone that knows me knows that that's what I don't do. But tonight's a new game, and so these ones here, he has to take them. He's played that nice. These all link up well now. He has to take them. He can't afford to be missing this stuff. This is just routine, isn't it? He's pretty fortunate there. And he stopped walking around the table and seeing where he wants to be. That's another issue. Even though they're so easy, like you think these pots are easy, it's the easy ones that you start missing because you're not taking as much care as you should be. The amount of times you'll see someone play a massive shot, a big shot, and then miss the easy one because they're full of adrenaline because they've just played that big shot and they think the next one's easy, that they'll just get it, and it just happens. It doesn't. You still need to treat every shot with respect.
What are you saying? Back on what you were saying?
Oh, I was just saying there, Trent, yes, he made that out, but
Did he? Good on him.
they were all there, but they weren't.
And he got him too. Boom. Trent's on the comeback.
Yeah, so I was just saying there that they were all there, but he wasn't walking around the table seeing where he wanted to land. He was just popping balls.
Bit of salt.
And I think you need to treat, even though it's that easy, you still need to treat every easy shot with respect because they're the ones you miss. And I was just saying that.
Are you going to do that?
How many times do you see a massive shot and then they miss the easy one? Because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
think it's just going to happen?
Are you going to do that? You're going to treat every shot with respect?
Probably not.
Oh, so I was going to ask then next. Do you give me permission to pay you out if you don't?
No, I'll be doing it. I'll be giving it a red off.
So I have permission to pay you
No,
out?
yeah. I expect.
I won't pay you. I'll need it.
It's so much easier to say it when you're over here and you're cool, calm, collected. You don't have that pressure of being in the arena.
Absolutely.
So.
Mate, I go
Believe
out
me,
there,
I know
I
all about it.
don't pot a ball.
Yeah.
But here I am over
Pressure
here.
does wonderful things.
Mate, I mean, yeah, actually, I'm good at number 7 on the hub. But in finals on the hub, have I won a frame ever? I don't think so. Maybe once.
Really? He's done alright on the weekend though, so I was keeping up to date with those scores. Pretty disappointing though. The hub wins.
No, it wasn't disappointing.
Nah, you've had
It was
fun.
a
I guess that's what
banger
it's
of a
about.
weekend.
It's about having fun.
But moving back to... So Owen's just checking if this is a super thin cut at the bottom left, isn't it? But Owens can do a bit of waiting. So he's under
He's got
no real
time.
obligation to do anything because these balls, even though this cluster in the centre of the table is his biggest issue, those balls do pop places.
Yeah, they do.
land on them.
You can land on
So
them.
he can just wait for a better white ball position. But it looks like he's forcing the issue now. And it's hard to argue with him because he's a freak,
He's fine there.
isn't he? He's got freak
That's the thing.
in his blood.
If he gets going, it's very dangerous for his opponent. I've been in the chair for 5 frames in a row against him in the lead up to nationals when we were practicing, and you watch the way he gets down and he's feathering. It looks like he's going to belt every single ball. His feather, he brings his arm so far back, and then he'll play it nice and soft. But when Owens is on, it's lovely to watch.
It's yeah, I agree. It's beautiful. And he was practicing on the snooker table earlier. He didn't bother with any of his 8-ball tables.
Oh, he did start on the 8-ball table, and I think he wanted to fix his cueing.
You had to correct me. Well. Ignore me, everyone. Listen to Dick, the hub general. Jamie's recently suffered a brain injury. He had a piano fall on his head, believe it or not.
Oh, was that the story he gave you?
No, he's a removalist.
Yeah.
He moves people's houses.
He was telling me he headbutted someone.
Oh, right.
And then I got the real story.
Well, if you had let me continue making up my story, I could have got somewhere with that. But anyway, by the way, I looked away for a couple of shots, but I love where Owens has ended up. He's got beautiful link to beautiful link to beautiful link.
Yeah, you expect him to get these, don't you?
Well, he's going to
He's had
float
a bit.
into a
He
gorgeous
can
position.
sort of just glide over, can't he?
He plays every shot with sight. So this is basically a near dead straight roller.
Yeah.
But he's going to play left hand side using the trick pocket to stun out to the beautiful angle of the room and choose the rail to come out of it. And you watch this. I would have got close to that because I'd miss this, right? But he obviously can't miss this.
I think it was relatively straight, to be fair. That's why I think he didn't hit it that hard.
Yeah, but I'd have to. Because I can't pot that. I can't pot this ball. I'm just not getting it. You might get it, alright? You can. There's a reason we were shit at doubles together. I'm like, why have you left me here, Dakota? I didn't be close to that.
Yeah, never
look at
again.
that. Beautiful.
That's
stuff.
beautiful. Absolutely plummy.
Hey,
So
we beat Green.
Owens is going. Yeah, Owens is going to go to a nice 2-zip lead here, which is great for his confidence. I think getting that first one, the first one and the last one's the hardest to get, I think. So Jack will definitely want him to get on the board soon.
Nice cueage. Beautiful. It's majestic. I was just saying how I'd need to get way closer to that to have a chance of potting it. I play the shot's in the middle. I got a pelt to get near it. And he's like, no. Give me. I'll be in the car park and I'll just pot him from there. Thanks. Landed plumb. Absolutely. It's beautiful to watch. And now Jamie.
So we've
Jamie,
got one
meanwhile-
prediction: 15-12 Owen.
Who is it though?
Sob the Bobs.
15-10 Owen.
Oh, there you go. So our previous winner
I
over
couldn't give a
here,
prediction.
Sean
I
Walpole has
refused.
just predicted Owens 15-10, and he's playing beautifully at the moment. Race to 15 is such a long race, so there's so much
Sean and
time.
Owens have a connection that they have by being Irish. They have this mind meld from Dublin.
What colour do you like here? They're both pretty. You've got to
Jeez,
go
you've given
yellows.
me a fraction of a millisecond to analyse.
I think you have to go yellows, and that's based on that red near the nameplate down the bottom here, I think.
Yeah, the yellows are. Oh, Jamie actually stuffed them up. I thought he had got to the position where they were very good. Anyway, I'm putting off having to make a decision on this left-hand side frame because I actually have no idea what to do.
Yeah, I just like yellows, and like I said before, it's just based off that red in between those three yellows there. It just doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, but it's movable. But there's a lot of issues with reds. But there's a lot of issues with yellows.
don't think
has
so.
their issues, Dakota, wouldn't you say?
I think the only problem ball is that one on the side rail there for the yellows.
That's the least problem for Mark, I'd say. So you're saying that the rest are just potable?
They all link up. They all have pockets. Yeah, they all have pockets. They all go.
So this yellow passes to the bottom right.
I believe it does.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't think.
And if it
so.
doesn't, it looks
Yellow
like it goes to
right.
the left in the centre.
Yeah. So the yellow I think is the least concerned is that yellow on the right hand side rail because Mark's an excellent potter of rail balls and an excellent double.
Yeah.
So
yeah, in the position it is there, you'd like to think it's a pretty easy double, but
which means
you'd be surprised that just leaving that ball there, and if Jack gets to the table, he'll think that he's a shot ahead with that ball on that side rail.
Yeah, for sure. This left-hand side table is going to be at a level where you're expecting gun-ho attempts at outs straight away, whereas, say, the frame on the right or the match before, you were seeing a lot more wait for your chance.
You just knew that the one on the right was going to take its time.
Go the distance, like that song from Hercules. Have you seen that movie?
There's been a few of them, hasn't there?
Oh, I was talking the original Disney one.
Yeah, not sure.
Anyway. All right.
That's an absolute beautiful shot there by Jackie Boy. That was pristine. Would have been very stiff to line off up that top corner. And again, Trent's now got another opportunity. Anyone that knows me before I was talking about opportunity, I just said opportunity.
Loves an opportunity.
So they're all there again. Trent, he wants to get this one here. He was 9-4 down, so this will be 2 in a row for him if he gets it, and that'll give him a little bit more belief. Maybe pick him back up to where he should be.
Yeah, 9-6 feels very doable. 10-5
Absolutely
seems really big.
Big difference between 9-6 and 10-5.
Yeah.
I just think he needs to do it for himself. He just won the last one, so two in a row, a little, just a little run for him.
Yeah. It's just time for Trent to show a little bit of grit,
Absolutely. I think we all know, well I know for sure he was very disappointed with their first encounter. And that's why he wanted to play it again. Trent doesn't shy away from these matches either. He'll play anyone. And he just wants to prove that he can do what he knows he can do. You tell him and he doesn't. You ask him how good he is and he doesn't miss.
Yeah.
But I've seen it. When he's on, he's very free-flowing. But I think that can be his downfall as well because he just sort of trots around the table and...
Yeah. That's a good shot.
That's a brilliant shot. We expect him to get this here and go 9-6 down.
A lot of clusters over on the left pawns and Jack. So no real clear favourite for this frame yet.
Yeah. So 9-6 Trent there. We'll move over to the Owens and the Jack match. I think this one's going to be a belter. Jack's still looking to get off the mark here. He's in a pretty good position here. Owens got that one yellow amongst those two reds there, so we can deal with that. But Jack will be trying to look to maybe not even let him return to the table, I think.
Do you know Jack well? What type of player is Jack? Because we know Owens. We know Owens is going to go. He's going to pot everything, right? He's siding. He plays a lot of side. He's really fun to watch. He's going to be aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely. As Logan was just saying before, like last year, everyone would be saying Jack would be a potter, but I think he's a very tactical player as well. He pots well, pots really bloody well, and he'll take them when they're there.
So is he an all-round?
Yeah, I think he's a very well all-rounded player. And he's pretty, he went up to Queensland. I think he played Macquin in a money match up there. So he's got the experience in the money matches.
What do you think Jack's best strategy here is to win? Is it to be a little bit more tactical and make Owens play those frames, or?
Yeah, look, I think that's a brilliant shot, by the way. Hopefully he's got a result there. I think it's going to take a few frames to figure out what they're both going to do, to sort of suss each other out. Right now, Owens is popping pretty well from what I've been seeing. Jack's played some beautiful tactical shots as well. So I think it'll take them a few frames to sort of suss out and see what they need to do to win the match. I think right now they're just going to play their own game. And
from what, I do think if they're both aggressive and it's just a potting fest, then I think Owens has the advantage. See how it plays out. Cue ball. Okay. What's he got?
So he's potted a ball. This is going to be another long frame, I think, over on this Trent and Jamie match.
Yeah, I'm still focused on the own. So I don't know. The shot I'm seeing is to play the turnover, but send the white up the left-hand side of the table, like using this yellow on the bottom.
Yeah, because the black doesn't go on the bottom right. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, black doesn't go bottom right, and send the white up towards the left-hand side. But
I think it sort of depends. If that yellow, it doesn't look like it from here. If the yellow can squeeze under that red, then it can sort of open for the yellow on the bottom of the rail.
Yeah,
and then they're all there.
If that's on, then sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know what he's going to go for here. I'm not going to lie to you. So it looks like Jamie's opted to play a safety there. I'm not sure if table's closed on that one over there. It must be.
Looks like Owens is playing this shot that I was talking about.
I think he's going for the skill shot. That is very fortunate there by Owens.
Is that a... Ooh, that's...
I don't think the black goes anyway, but
that's down there?
No, I definitely think the yellow can go. The white can fit underneath, sorry. But these are the ones like who no one wants to call these, and this is where that ruling is so tough. So tough, because when you're playing for this sort of money as well.
Yeah, this is... Yeah. It's a real grey area, this.
Yeah, Trent and Jamie had one a bit earlier as well.
No messing around. He just had to go.
Yeah.
That's
had to be done.
That's no messing around.
You find a lot of people intentionally sort of miss that get down in the area.
Yeah.
And as long as they're getting close to the work, it's too hard to call deliberate.
Yeah.
It's
I actually respect the way Jack played it and just had a proper go.
Yeah, you're playing by the rule and within the spirit of the game, as they say.
Yeah.
You expect him to clear these ones up, don't you?
Yeah, he'd be very disappointed to not.
I don't really like that position.
It's okay. You can take the bottom right next and come up to the middle of the table and have options. Bottom left, bottom right.
It's a beautiful shot. Landed absolutely plumb there, I reckon. So it looks like it's going to be 3-0 to Owens here. You'd like to think the player of his caliber is going to just clean these ones. Pristine.
Yeah.
He's absolutely fine. a nice double by Jamie over there. Taking the pocket. Basically guaranteeing yourself another shot.
Yeah, interested to see what Trent does here.
Wiped its feet. Yep, I like that.
Yeah, he's just kind of slowing things down, which is probably the right move. Ooh, Mark.
And he's missed it.
That is
Wow, and he's been
unexpected.
very fortunate there to leave the black on the rail. So you're going to see a little bit of a tactical battle here, I think. I love watching these black ball tactical battles.
He's
He's going to go ultra thin and just get the white at the other end of the table. Brilliant shot. Yeah, I don't like the shot. I think that's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, I wonder how Trent owns is here too.
Just give it a bill.
Yeah. Because like you know, you can play a safety, but you're really guaranteed to get the save.
Yeah, I think if the safety's just as hard as the pot, you may as well just take the pot. Yeah.
Like that, he's kind of just put it into.
I think he wanted to get it on that just past
back rail or
the
something.
centre pocket on the rail there, but it's so tough. Like there's so much distance between that white ball and the black there. I reckon if he had hit it harder, he might have doubled it.
Ooh. Bit of a nervy game, this one. Oh, he's left on fat.
Ah, there's a nice
He's gotten away with this one.
early Christmas present there.
Logan's just getting some refreshments, and then he'll be back on commentary to crack jokes, entertain people. No, thank you. Get away from me with your carbohydrate.
3-zip Owens. Here we go. And I think that's the, you'd know firsthand here, that's the benefit with having such a long race at 15. Doesn't matter if you're 3-zip down or 5-zip down, you've always got that opportunity to come back, don't you?
Logan, stay out of this, you haven't got a microphone.
It sounds better if he was 5-zip down, but you're right, he was 4-zip down.
Look, I was 4-zip down against Timmy earlier. You always feel like you have time, but at the same time, it does get scary, right? Like
scoreboard pressure.
Yeah,
you got
pressure.
to be near perfect to try and get back into it. Is that what you're saying?
Look, I think it depends on how the match is going. Like Timmy was 3-0 up against me, and he's playing immaculate pool. Didn't make a mistake, so I knew I had to just slow things down and change things up. So I recognised there was. I tried to make things more like cagey, you know.
And it was good to see you win as well, because a lot of people were pretty vocal on that match, saying that Timmy basically couldn't lose.
Yeah, I think Timmy was an amazing player before my time, but I've heard that, like, you know,
yeah, absolutely,
he was right up there, right?
I think you can talk to pretty much anyone in Victoria; they'll tell you how good he is. I think he won a few tournaments as well. And we all know he's got his health battles going on.
Yeah, you can still you see glimpses of it.
Yeah,
but maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just can't produce that
well,
for
I think
a full
that's the thing, though,
race of 15.
You know, he went away. He played Alec, might have been Mildura, and he lost maybe 11-8 or something, 11-9 maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but and he played in the Masters as well. And there was a few matches he was 3-1 up against Jamo, lost 4-3. So he's playing these quality plays and he's getting the jump. But he just can't finish the game, finish the match, can't stay ahead.
Yeah. No, he started so good against me. I was scared, man. I was like, is he gonna do this all night? Because
yeah, long
this is
race.
not what I signed up for.
Yeah, you don't expect it. Not in a race 15. You know the tide's going to change. Hopefully, I mean, you always hope you're going to get it right.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll go back to it. Jamie over here is now 10-6 up over Trent. What a ball. Yellows look good, but there's no real yellow on. Red, there's that one tricky one down there on the left side rail behind the yellow, and the one up top there, but behind the yellow on the top left side rail. And this one, Owens and Jack Phillips. That's an.
Fucking
Well, that
shot.
was
Oh,
ugly. That
that's
was ugly about
beautiful.
0.5 of a second ago.
Yeah.
And what I'm loving here is Jack's still just having a crack. Even though he's 3-zipped out, he's still playing the same way.
Yeah.
And this is the all-round play that's coming out as well. Let me get a drink. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you with your favourite Logan. I'm gonna go grab a drink, have a bit of a chill, and I'll be up myself soon. And all the best.
Jumping on. First thing, housekeeping. I've been informed that I need to call out Jason Smiley, who's apparently been talking shite in the chat. I'm happy to play you, mate. We can get a match going. I think it'll be a good one. What do you reckon? You know Jason?
I don't know Jason.
Well, I'm happy to play him. Get one of these going. It'll be exciting. You know, I haven't played one of these yet. You know?
Yeah. What happened there? You were meant to play Alex. What happened there?
Oh, well, as far as I'm aware, we're still playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rescheduled there.
Couldn't play last time. It was just the way it was working out. I couldn't get even a 30-minute hit on the table we were going to be playing on.
Fair enough.
And I went the night before to hit on that table.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get a second on it.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, this is a brand new club.
brand new club.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I'm like, oh, it's okay, I'll get a hit the next day. So I was there having a hit on the outer table. So then I just went home.
Yeah.
And then it turns out they were going to have to open the venue at 4 for us to have a hit to be done by a league starts at 7. So I wasn't going to be able to get even a half-hour hit on the table.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, well, I can't play a match if I can't even hit on the table. And you've played a full base of 21 on the night before. And I came the night before to have a hit on it. Couldn't get a hit on it.
Yeah, okay.
And I said, I'll play on any of the outer tables if you want. Didn't want it. I said, I'll play on any of the tables at bar 8.
Yeah.
Didn't want it. So that's why.
Nah, it'd be good to see you play much.
Yeah, because I've played nothing. All I've done is talk shit for the last extended period of time, you know? Put the money where the mouth is eventually.
Yeah.
That's a really nice shot by Jamie.
Yeah,
He's coming to the
Jamie's-
line beautifully there.
Looks to be taking these nicely. 11-6 would be a very commanding lead. And it's difficult to see Trent coming back from 11-6. I'm
You
just
think
going to say it.
commanding's a good adjective
Yeah, what?
for the lead that has been accumulated at this stage. I agree. I agree. That's fantastic. Some good commentary words. You're good at this, Sean. You should do it more. So, does he trickle through? Another good commentary word. Does he trickle through for this red to the bottom right-hand corner, or does he try to... Well, I guess our question has been answered.
Yeah, I mean, he's played it quite well.
Ideally, you can pick the gab and just come through for the black to the middle.
I mean,
but-
I would have rather been low on the red so I can stun up and then take a bit
You
more
wanna
distance in the
play
black.
more of an area.
Yeah, I'll take a bit more distance on my black.
I'd play for this, to be honest. But and he has
Played it well.
He has landed nicely there.
Yeah.
Your
Well,
way
look,
might have
when
had
you,
more
when you
margin
land
for
when
error.
you land there, then you know.
Yeah, but your might have had more margin
Yeah.
for error. So yours might have been.
That's all.
But
As you said, he does like a middle pocket.
But one thing I'm considering on outs like that is the added pressure of a black. So I'm more likely to play a more difficult positional shot to get on a better black when I enter leave a distance pressure black because of the more chance of
Yeah, fair
the
enough.
added pressure that he's. But you might be immune to that pressure because you're like a.
Definitely not immune to the pressure.
Oh please.
I probably just don't back myself to get on the black side.
Oh, you don't back yourself to get the position, but you back yourself to
Yeah,
pot the
so
clean
I'll play for like a
pot.
bigger area than I had.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Are you heading off? You
No,
look
no,
like
I'm sticking around.
You look like you're wanting to leave, given you've got your hand
I just
teetering over the mute button. Or you just... Anyway. So it looks like Owens is in an excellent position to go for a lap. What do you reckon?
Yeah, you'd have to think Owens will take where it is.
What's the ball to get on the black? Do you know, I would have thought it's the one he's about to play. Oh no, he's going to go top, isn't he?
No, you can do it a few different ways.
No, that's garbage. So, that's the way. What did you see? We'll be on that next.
I'm actually probably taking the bottom right and just going back.
You're taking that show one? That's another good option. But then your ball to get on the black is like, you got to be like there. So like, and that's your ball. Okay. Well, Sean and I just had a very wordless conversation about which balls should be played, and it looks like Mark's gone with Sean's options over mine. I don't like ever having to land, just with the way these balls are set up, I didn't want to have to land on a middle on the right side to get on black when you've got a corner ball that's closer.
Yeah. So now what's he gonna have to do there? He's gonna have to.
But this is fine. This is actually fine. I think he's gonna land. He's gonna just screw back maybe that
6
far,
inches and then screw back
6 inches and then screw back into the line of the black.
He's playing this one.
No, then I don't know what he's doing. This
You can
is.
just stun off.
I don't know why you would voluntarily use the middle as the last one. Just because, let's say he's doing
He's
fractions
fine.
too
He's
far,
fine.
then he's in car park territory. But yeah, again, yeah, why not land perfect?
All right, come on, Trent. Did Jamie win that last one?
Did he?
Or am I just?
11-6.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
All right, Trent really needs to win the next two, I think.
Oh. Did anyone expect this?
No.
No.
I don't think anybody expected anybody to run away with it.
But it's early days.
It is.
Remember your match? Do you remember that? It was a while ago. Do you remember it?
Just about.
Yeah. The more attacking player was further up there, and the more defensive player ground down.
Do you have a good memory for pool? Like, if you play a match, can you recall like what happened in the frames?
Yes.
Because I forget. Like,
I know you do.
Like 30 seconds later, it's gone.
I know, and then we've had these conversations.
Yeah.
And it's fun because I can get you to remember stuff, and I know how.
The someone's zone.
And then we can get to analysis once I get you to remember the frames.
Yeah.
But it takes a bit of work. I have to often describe every single ball on the table.
Yeah, I need like diagrams.
Yeah. But yeah. But that's probably good. It means your brain is set up to not store useless information. Mine just does it. It's very annoying. Yes, Dan, we're on the ball here. Sean did that. So Jamie now, as he did last time, I think, now that he's got the lead, he's just going to go for things. He's not going to play his game plan. You did that against him, to be fair. Once the foot was on the throat,
Yeah.
he was struggling to breathe underwater, upside down. You were
When
like,
you
"All right,
when you
now
have
it's time
when
to
you have
go
a bit
for
of a
it."
lead, you feel like you can let the arm go with a bit.
Yeah. But for the most part, you can really see your game plan just being stuck to.
Cool.
There you go. However, you can see in part the reason why he's going for the out. He recognised that Trent's ball is there dead in the centre of this bottom rail.
Yeah, true.
And that's quite a problem to deal with. And now that he's completely screwed up the out, he still has the option to play the turnover to the top left, clear that ball. Trent's then got to make the out where he pots this yellow to the bottom right and play some sort of nudge on that bottom right?
Maybe.
Or do you think that's too simple?
I think
You don't
if
like
he, I
this?
think if he also have turnover, he actually just leaves Trent and out. That's
Too easy?
Yeah.
Too easy?
Yeah.
Well, you're not just playing a turnover, you're also sending the white as far up the table as you can.
Yeah, but
So that this ball to the
you can't.
bottom
You can't.
line
You
is-
can't send the white up there because the yellow. He's gonna hit that yellow. He's gonna like double the red back down to like the left corner or some shit.
Yeah, okay. That's what you reckon. Oh, we just lost Bohemian Rhapsody. No, it's back. Yep, you've called it right. And that's a safer shot in multiple ways. It all depends on if this yellow is onto the bottom.
Oh,
Oh,
it's just sat down nice. Ooh, what do you do if you're Trent? This is,
yeah, no Trent's in all sorts.
I don't think. Yeah, this is not nice.
Well, it's going back the white to the center.
Is
the
it
right
crazy
or
to try and
weird?
pot two reds
Does
in
that
one
leave
shot
him
here?
nothing?
Like that?
No, it's not crazy. It's actually brilliant,
Oh.
and it's the right shot.
Yeah.
I like it, Sean. See, this ain't your first rodeo. You know how to play with more balls than your opponent. It's almost like you just did a whole match of that.
Yeah.
Now, can Jamie get this touch? Oh, God. They've just got to turn it up at the most obnoxious time. There we go. Thank you. What's he on?
What? The safety. Snooker.
Yeah, what's Trent on?
Trent's on yellow.
Yeah, no. What? Ball-wise.
Oh, he's not. He's
Is he snookered or not? No. Okay.
Oh.
Nice shot.
Mark Owens over here on the left. Switch focus to this for a second. See if he gets a really
Oh,
good chance
that's
on
very
yellow.
loose. That's very loose.
He's got to make them.
Yeah. This is an out that's not hard enough. And, yeah, Matt, just the way he's going about this match from the point where he's got this sort of is, it strikes me as though he's playing the match to see that one time where he gets like a start and then play from there, and then when he's not getting the start, he's just giving up. Because the way it was going early, it really looked like we were the two players in a battle.
Yeah.
Styles. And Trent was going to really take it to Jamie, but he just seems to have been playing this a little loose. Oh, Jesus, what just happened? Did he just play a turner?
No, he potted
He
the.
accidentally skill shotted it.
Yeah, he still shot at the yellows.
That's actually unreal.
And, also potted.
That is brutal. I don't know why he needed to put the red. It seemed unnecessary. And why he needed to skill shot it. He could have just played a normal shot, but... Hold on, can we wind back a tick? We can't? I thought this was a big pocket. Is that not the case?
I can't remember.
Because if it was, that was... crazy. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. So he's... Yeah, okay. So he's thought he had to do that. Fair. In that case, he's gotten very stiff to skill shot. It's like, that's... How often is that second ball? If that ball's just over the hole...
This is true. That's true.
Yeah, he's gotten absurdly stiff there. That's where your coping mechanism is to say, oh, I've just played it too good. You know? I've just hit it so sweet.
Shot.
Yeah, nice pop.
Owen seems to be running away with this one. 5-0.
Yeah. It's doing them all nice. This is just what we needed right before the season starts. Owens to get his eye in, you know?
Yeah.
Because Owens...
To refresh it as your members here.
Yeah, we're not biased, but we want Owens to win over Jack. Big fan of Jack. You spoken much to Jack?
I don't know Jack that well.
Nah, he's a great guy. Yeah. Geelong.
Seems like
Geelong's fella, yeah. I don't know about his haircut. What do you think? With the fade and his
I don't know, that style's pretty popular.
Mohawk. Yeah, it's really catching on. So footy.
I wonder is he gonna
players
grow out the back more, like for a proper mullet? or-
I'm not sure. That seems to be the style with these, the footy players.
Yeah.
It's peacocking.
Mullet and the
you'd call it.
mustache, that's like,
Mustache, yeah.
that is the Aussie style.
You and Mark Owens have gone for a more traditional Irish style. So
That's a Peaky Blinder cut.
yeah. Though your hair's not disappearing at the rate Mark's is. You look like you might have hair for quite some time.
Yeah, doing alright.
You just got to get you one of them sort of golf hats, the biggie blinder hat, maybe trench
Oh,
coat.
yeah.
Trench coat.
I actually have one of them, but I feel like that's Chuka's thing to wear the hat when he plays.
Yeah, he has sort of stolen that look.
Yeah.
You got to show it to a match against him with it. But he wears it backwards. That's his look.
Yeah.
I mean, he's wearing it backwards is a whole different kettle of fish. Moving swiftly on from that, you've got Jack Phillips at the table here. And there's one problem yellow at the top left.
Yeah, he's just looking for...
He's got an angle where he can disturb it now, but it's a tricky shot to judge where you've got to get the right amount of screw or side.
I think it's like, especially with the reds awkward on the left, it's like definitely worth having a go. If he plays it now though, he's kind of hoping he has to kind of land on that ball.
Yeah.
So he's using the white ball here.
How nice is he played that? He's judged that so.
Way more advanced than I would have thought of.
Look, I'll be honest, I thought of the shot, but it's just not a shot that can play. It's just nice seeing it done so nice. See, you had to give that.
Yeah, it was my
Ball. It was very well executed. Oh, and he's on this too. It's the ultimate reward. He's not even had to play a super thin nick on the left side. Well, there you go. What a way to get your first frame on the board. He does. Where you've had to play an absolute belter. It's all down to this one now, and that'll go.
Yeah, he's okay.
It's yeah. Jamie's pelting balls him down.
Would you play Jamie?
Well, I'd play him for the fun and the sport of it. I wouldn't think I have any chance of beating him. A lot better than I am. If Jamie's like your next step, I still haven't beat Tim Shelton. You have. So Jamie's your next step.
Yeah, I like to play players that are better.
Yeah. You gotta beat Chuka first before you go into Jamie. I haven't beat him.
Yeah.
Would you play that again?
Yeah.
Or are you scared of him now?
No, I'll play Chuka.
Because like Jamie's gonna be like your match against Chuka, but twice the nightmare. Like Chuka outplayed your tactic. Jamie's gonna do that 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Good to see that.
I'll keep playing Chuka until I beat him.
I like that approach. It's bound to happen.
I'm only at one.
Chuka, if you're listening, Sean thinks he's bound to beat you eventually if he plays enough times. Dakota never will, but Sean might. Anyway, Jack really sold the farm.
I missed that. How did he get out of shape here?
Sold the farm on his last shot. I don't know if he was in two minds or what he was. He just had a bit more angle on the last stun to the bottom right. He stunned it and managed to park himself on the black rather than sliding past. Now he's gone all out, and look at this. Looks like this could be 6-0. Like
Left him the perfect angle.
Well, to just snooker and promote everything,
Snooker?
Or are you going out?
I don't know.
You're Mark Owens.
If I was Mark Owens, I'd probably try.
If I was Mark Owens, I'd still snooker.
Because like,
But Mark
because of
Owens,
the
I
black-
don't think will snooker. Because we're in the world where Mark Owens is Mark Owens, not one of us is Mark Owens. You know what I mean? And yes, you do. Just such a nice little snooker there. You get every ball on, you know. Leave a tight white. No, he's looking to get them.
I mean, he's got options. He can play the plant into the middle. Like, or just if he has the angle now, he can just
Yeah,
screw
yeah.
in.
If you roll this to play the plant,
Or
you,
if
you still got that ball at the top rail
that's
to
if he's
address.
straight. But
Yeah.
if he has angle, he can just. It's fine. I don't know if I've ever
Oh.
seen Mark play a snooker.
No, he has. He gets in his head that he needs to play the team shot. And then we're all thinking, the team shot was to just try and get him, Mark. We have you in the team for a reason. It's because you just get everything. What is this safety nonsense? We have Tranny for that. Yeah, if this is generous enough that he can play this and screw back to the ball on the rail, he's going to get him. And there might be an error of safety, but otherwise he's got unlimited, just touchy
I think there is
safety.
an element of safety because like he doesn't have to move the white too much.
Yeah, none of the object balls are going to get in
And
the
the
way
black
that
won't be.
there's.
He won't be leaving the black.
Yeah, apart from the Scerri thing, potentially. Oh, he's gone that. That's just filth. What the actual? That's actually sickening. What has he just done?
I didn't see that.
You didn't see,
I didn't.
or you didn't see the
No,
possibility.
I didn't see the possibility.
Because it was too stupid and absurd and off the rails mental.
Yeah.
Is why we didn't see it. We are so out of our league commentating this match. Is what I'm getting at. Yeah. Because he's just so good, Dan. He's like, oh yeah, I'll just send the white 12 meters in one shot just to get on my one ball that's remotely difficult. Even though, yeah, this is. Let's go back to commentating Trent and Jamie, where we can at least call one or two correct shots. This is beautiful. It's timing the ball lovely.
Yeah,
This
he's
is
doing it really nice.
I haven't seen this since he first came onto the scene.
Yeah,
He went a bit shaky there for a bit. But
That
he's
first
back.
year he came on.
Yeah. It's just pure. It's pure. It's pure. Jesus Christ. Now I need to savor all them times I've beaten him in races. It's just like, it's not going to happen again. I had my chance. This
nice.
is just delightful. And punish
Can we get a replay of that
the whole
plant?
thing, just all of it. Yeah, but the plant, obviously. Yeah, Dan's looking at it. It's sickening. It had the element of safety about it too.
Yeah, right. Okay.
He's sick. What a shot. Hey, hold on, you gotta see my humor. Hey, gets it. Anyway, moving on. Yes, please, one of them. Dry. Alright. Back to serious full commentary with Logan and Sean, minus Sean. So I guess just Logan. Jamie is playing some convoluted shots to few things. Alright, I don't want to analyse that. Jack Phillips is at the table. Looks like he's broken. And it's okay. Trent's demoted Jamie's ball there, Dan. So there's still hope. Alright, so Jack looks like he's either on the reds or targeting the reds here. So he's holding for this red to the bottom right next, I think. Maybe not. So I would have thought he is. So he's going to play this red to the bottom right. And the reason is I think that red's sort of in the middle of the table. Looks like it only goes to the top left. And that ball to the bottom right links to it. I'm noticing in the chat, where's Jason Smiley gone? He was all like lippy earlier and I just called him out. You know, I said I want to play him. Dan, did you hear that? I don't know if you heard that. And I'm not heard hide no hear of him. He's vanished. Yeah, let's get the Smiley Logan match on. Next money card. What do you reckon? That'd be a good match, Dan, don't you reckon? You good one? I think it'd be a good one. I'm happy to play one of these things. How are the pina coladas going down the commentary box? Unfortunately, Bar 8 do not do as good a pina colada as the commercial club in Albury, where they were, frankly, out of this world. It was next level. But yeah, no, the drinks here, they still go down, as drinks do. Oh, am I on? Can you check if I'm on? Can you check if I'm hurt? I put it on and then plugged it in. Can you check if they can hear me? Hello, 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 hello. They can? Yeah, so it looks like it's not on, but they can hear me. Anyway, Trent's made it out here. Boom. 13-7. This is the comeback. If this isn't the comeback, there isn't going to be one. Sorry, everyone, with their Trent Mason bets out there. Unless your bet is that he can get to 8, in which case you're nervous as all get out. Anyway, more relevant things. Is Jack on this red? He is. Thanks, Sean. Jack's going to get his first frame on the board right in time. Quickly, get the mic on and then say some things. Quick, 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 quick. I'll help you. There you go. Boom.
Yes, Jack. Congratulations to Jack on his first one.
Well put.
I always feel a bit more comfortable winning the first one, actually. Yeah, the floodgate's going to open.
You prefer your opponent hasn't already got 6 when you get your first one, but beggars can't. Better late than never. Imagine the 15 mil. That's quite a drive home for long. He's crunched that. And, oh, this looks like no reward. He's got a tricky starter to the middle that's not linking nice to this other garbage ball.
Yeah, he's
The
just a
white's
bit
nearest
close to the rail.
on the yellows, and the reds are just nothing. So the question is, do you go for the starter or do you place
I think
touch-up?
you go for yellows here.
You go for it, yeah. And the yellows are good enough that that's worth the attempt at the shot. Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah, Dan's highlighting the absurd break there, and then the stiff kiss there.
I wish I could break
Really
that.
right. No.
Maybe Jack can give you some lessons.
I feel like we went through the break once and we were breaking the ass there once they drew. Was that never good?
Nah, I can't break it. It's like a worse part of me.
There's no reason you can't break like I do. You're stronger than me. And been delivered.
I haven't got the timing.
Just get down and smack it. But I delivered a cue.
It's getting a
through
little bit
to the-
better. It's
to
getting,
the
it's
halfway
getting a
mark.
bit better.
Yes. Because it has always been a weakness.
Yeah.
I'm always open about your
Since
weaknesses.
since I got to table, then I'm
Yeah.
starting to get better.
And a slow table, you've got to really give it
Yeah.
credit. So you'll see the rewards for that.
I'm actually a little bit surprised Jack missed that, you know?
Yeah, by a lot too.
Yeah.
He's missed that by a fair margin. It's
Yeah.
not hit the inside part of the jaw, it's the outside.
Maybe just like, maybe he hasn't settled yet. You know? Just,
It's hard to settle in 6-1 down.
yeah.
Imagine if I wanted to get these two. That's the sort of thing he's been doing.
Owen's capable of many things, but going out here is.
He just needs a starter, and then there's one problem, and the problem's land honourable. So it's just a starter. And if this ball, I don't think he's really on it, but if this ball can go to this top right pocket, the ball that
He can maybe put one to the right middle. But like,
yeah, all that.
sending his cue ball like at 200 miles an hour.
Otherwise, he's going to be playing the tuck up and giving your opponent reds, but everything's gettable once this
Yeah.
problem at the top left is resolved. And that makes me think the only real safety is just a roll up double kiss shot on the yellow and sort of kill it in. But that's not the sort of game. Oh Jesus, he's given yellows away and made
He's,
reds horrific.
Well, the yellows aren't great either, are they? He's tied up that yellow on the top.
Yellows have more room to play with, I think.
Yeah.
Although he might be
Go into it
addressing
now?
it straight away.
Yeah.
What I was looking at from a more strategic perspective is just trickling one of these balls to the right, and then you play a yellow off one of them reds up that corner to create some separation, and leave this red on the rail up there. That shot. Ooh. You like yellows just because they're at the table presently, but you're not loving it.
I think you.
The interesting element of this frame is neither player has a ball anywhere near the top of it,
Yeah.
which is at this top left.
Yeah. Hey, Goosey.
What about it? What are you gonna bet? And if you hit a tree and crash and die, then well, you weren't meant to get there. Anyway, Jamie is now on the hill. Trent needs to win 8 in a row. Do you think he's capable? I think he's capable. I've seen Trent play exceptionally well before.
Trent definitely has it in him.
He has that X factor.
But let's be honest, he's got to play perfectly.
Yeah. Or have Jamie make it just an uncharacteristic. An absurd amount of uncharacteristic F-ups. Anyway, meanwhile, Owens, is he getting these? Running in a bit of no man's land on the Reds here.
I think he's okay. I think he can probably screw into the yellow here. What do you reckon? He's kind of
pick a gap, just land distance. Oh, no.
Just like that?
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
Yeah. And then just...
What do I know?
Just accept the black down the bottom left.
No, he can even get nice on it. He's just going to time this.
I mean...
The way he's timing the ball, this is no difficult.
I'm bouncing it off the top side of the jaw and taking like a half table.
You think it's that thin? I thought it was thicker than that. You can hold a stun. But no, you're...
That's what I was trying to describe, something like that.
Yeah, well, given he's missed it thick, and your shot would have been perfect if he got it. I think you're correct. This looks like a frame March is thrown away.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. Definitely looks like there's a gap there. Do you think there's a gap for that yellow?
Uh-huh. And that means there's no complication at all for the yellows except for the black.
I'd like to see Jack get these. I think he will. But, you know, we want to see...
Given Owens is my mate, I was hoping Owens would just win 15-1.
Yeah.
Because,
don't get me wrong, I want Owens to win, but I also want to make this match.
Yeah. Look, if you heard me commentate at Albury, you might understand my opinion and position on biased commentary.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to do it.
It's very young. Like, Jack's missed that yellow.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm not really surprised, to be honest. This is not the Jack I was expecting to see tonight.
Now I'm starting to feel less happy about my... Because I feel for Jack, because I very much like Jack. He's an exceptionally good chap to just have a chat with.
Yeah, great player, great guy.
Yeah, the player, great player. Like that matters.
Yeah.
Good people are just good to chat to. Jack's one of them. What do you reckon? How do you fancy yourself on this black, Sean?
If I was Mark Owens?
No, you Sean Walker.
No one cares about me, man.
No,
I think Mark will nail this.
You reckon he'll nail it? I think he'll nail it too.
Nah.
Well, it's not tough, but I'm not comfortable. You're not comfortable, yeah?
This is for a snooker player like Mark. Yeah, easy.
Well, we'll see. I'm putting this in the
Better not let me down
missable category.
Oh,
There you go. There you go.
Chopped it up.
Caught it tick. You'd say tick.
Yeah, pretty thick.
Like those things that get on your skin and drink your blood. Put it tick. And Jamie's won. So that's 15-7. What did Trent get last time?
I think it was 15-7.
15-7?
Yeah, I think it was.
Well, the script writers are getting lazy. We got to come up with more original score lines.
I think I'll try and tag Jamie into the commentary when he's finished.
He doesn't like commentating with me, so he might be trying to kick me off. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, you got to head up there.
I just want to work the room a bit.
Oh yeah. Show off your extrovert skills. Alright, well, there you go. I'd say that was Owen's chuck away there. In the end. Well, they both did it. They turned and chucked
Yeah,
him
they both
away.
kind of chopped it up a little bit, but I think early on it was more Owen's.
This match has been by no means clinical finishes. This match, I believe, could very well have been 6-2 Jack's way. But there have been enough chop-ups on either side. Well, go back and watch, since you gave me the there have been no just clearances. There have been chop-ups on each
A
side.
couple of Owen's got out.
Maybe there were two of them, and that's why I said 6-2. Maybe I'm just full of shit. Who knows? Alright, what I said. 15-7. Scriptwriter's getting lazy. Jamie Stevens, the gatekeeper. Now all he has to do is beat Sean Wadball to be considered the best intermediate in the state.
Well done, Jamie.
Now, Shuka first.
Fair
Shuka,
play,
then Jamie.
fair play to Trent, have another go. You know, it's not easy when you lose the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I commend him for not being afraid to have another go.
And at the start, it looked like he was really taking to him. He was 4-3 up.
Yeah.
He looked good. Just didn't keep up the standard. Gus is taking photos. Mr. Organizer. His hat suits him.
It does.
He looks like Sam, who plays around here in Barre.
Samuel Go?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll ask Jamie if he wants to replace you. Appleton, Dakota, what do you reckon? Oh, we're off, Mark. Let's go.